to Fishbowl Radio Network.
Simply the best.
Welcome to Mad Radio on this Making a Difference Wednesday. You're listening to John and Megan broadcasting you live from the Fishbowl Radio Network studios here in beautiful Arlington, Texas. If you are first-time listeners to Mad Radio, I'm still working. My tongue is still under construction. So, if you're a first-time listener, we welcome you and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so helpful.
I'm glad you chimed in. What we do here is we focus on non-for-profits, first responders, military, anybody who's making a difference out there in the world because we know how tough it could be out there. Everybody should try to make a difference at least once a day for a certain group or cause or person. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Huh?
Every day.
Every day make a difference. But you know what? Some people are just tied down. They can't do it every day. You know?
Just be kind. How about that? Don't be schnozberries.
Don't. Yeah, you know, if we can get people to just be kind,
Amen.
That would be
That's
that would be
making a
amazing.
difference.
That would be amazing.
That's what I think.
Because that makes a difference in
Yeah.
people's lives. So, Megan, who do we got coming in today?
All right. So today we're featuring some Good Samaritans that are from the Third Watch Motorcycle Club. They have been helping feed homeless veterans and probably some other things, I bet.
Yeah,
But that's not the only thing they do.
Yeah, they're doing some good stuff in Rowlett, and we're gonna have those guys come in and they're gonna tell us all about what. You remember when the Southern Dogs were in here
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago?
Yes.
Well,
I might ask them some of the same questions.
Same,
in that
same
color.
questions. Well,
I need to know their point of view.
when we did that Strokers fundraiser.
Oh, I remember.
You remember? Well, not so much the fundraiser when we did the comedy stuff.
I know,
When we just did the live broadcast for the 7-7 for the guys in Dallas.
That was good.
We met so many good groups of law enforcement and first responder and military groups out there that were that participated in that motorcycle ride, and we need to feature them because perception.
They're making a difference.
Right, but the perception on these guys sometimes
sense
people.
of anarchy.
Yeah, people look at them and, like you said, they look like sons
We're
of
going to
anarchy.
have that conversation when they get here.
Yeah,
I want to
so
ask. Okay.
We're going to show you how good they're doing.
Yes, exactly. And our comedian for the day is Aaron R. And I hope it's not Aaron. It's not like white boy Aaron, but Arun.
Not like white boy Aaron.
Um,
Arun.
No, I'm sure it's Arun. Anyway, we'll have that conversation when he gets in. He's hilarious. He's seen me. He thinks I'm hilarious. So obviously, I just wanted to have him on just so he could talk about how amazing I am. I'm just kidding. No, but he was at Jamie's Gravy's roast. So if you guys have watched any of that, he was one of, I think, the second or third performer on that, and he did great. I think it was one of the funnier ones.
Yeah, he's a young and upcoming comedian. He's got a lot of talent. Hope to see him make it big. Like everybody else.
Everybody can't make it big, but yeah.
Yeah, only you.
I didn't say that, but I'm just saying it's going to be difficult. Okay, so for the last week, what's going on for you?
For me, what's going on? Work. That's about it.
Oh, I got up at 6:45 this morning.
You just cut me off. You just cut me off.
So I kind of understand your 4 a.m. getting up. I'm just saying 6:45. It felt really early, and I thought of you.
6:45 and 4 a.m. are not the same.
It's close.
They're not. They're close, but by no means. And I'm glad at 6:45 you thought of me.
I was like, John gets up earlier than this. That's terrible. And then I went about my day.
I'm glad. I was thought of over Cheerios and Fruit Loops. All right, that's great.
No, I don't eat. So also there's upcoming Sharky Awards, right?
That's October 20th, man. So you can get your tickets at fbrn.us, and you can order your tickets, $10 tickets. You can come see the show, meet all the hosts. That's a fun night. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's a hashtag Me Too. So there's all female hosts and presenters.
Really? Oh, great. Oh, I saw that all-female hosts and presenters. That's good, man.
And then I guess the tradition, because this is our first year, so we don't know all this, but the tradition is that the winner of last year's hosts of the year, like male hosts and female hosts, and then show of the year. I think also gets to do some presentations.
Oh, it's
it'll
gonna be a fun night.
Or MCs, the MCs.
Right, you can get general admission tickets for $10, or you can purchase VIP tickets and come in on the red carpet and eat and have some drinks and mingle. So and those are like $30. So not bad prices. Not bad prices.
So how tired are you from work? Is that's what you were going to say before I started cutting you off?
No, I'm okay. I gave a class today, so I'm okay. I had not a lot of traveling. I just gave a large class presentation, but
still had to get up at 4 a.m. though.
no, today I woke up at 5.
Oh wow,
Today
you slept in.
I got to sleep in. Next shower is sleep.
Still sounds terrible to me.
So you sent me a link the other day on Chris Hardwick, and I got to watch Fear of the Walking Dead the other night, which was phenomenal. I'm a big Fear Walking Dead and Walking Dead fan.
Me too.
I know, but I didn't get to see Talking Dead, and you told me that he was
recorded it.
back on. I know you sent me the link, and I uploaded something because you said it was so heart-wrenching.
It was moving.
And it was moving, right?
He's just a class act all around. We've talked about the scandal that plagued him, unfortunately, and who knows what the truth is, but his reaction to a petition coming out of all of his fans, including me, signing it, asking for AMC to reinstate his job as at least host of The Walking Dead and Talking Dead. I don't know if you saw, but because I have everything recorded on my TV, and they did a Walking Dead like half season premiere type thing where they were talking about this next season, what's about to happen, and they didn't have him hosting. They had
Another host.
I forgot her name, Yvonne something.
Okay.
Who's been on The Talking Dead several times. She's a huge fan, and she did a great job hosting. She's a hilarious comedian. But she was on this episode of Talking Dead too, and so you're going to play the clip that I sent you.
Yep.
But I should have kept recording because the conversation you had with her, you guys need to like Google it or something. He literally starts just crying.
Yeah, in this one he starts crying a little bit, but
it's so good.
Thank God he's back. He was cleared of anything, and the networks got him back on there. So
it wasn't like he was charged.
No,
it's still his reputation though, because there are still people out there who are going to believe it.
And I know he was missed in. Once someone makes that a type of allegation against you, it smears your name. It's always gonna be that what if, or did he, or you're always gonna have people judging you for that. So here's a clip. Here's a clip from Chris Hardwick from Talking Dead.
Chris Hardwick returned to hosting The Walking Dead last night after he was suspended by AMC after he was accused of sexually, emotionally abusing his ex, Chloe Dextra. Following an investigation where no wrongdoing by Chris was found, he was allowed to return to the show starting last night.
Yeah, and now, actually, the co-executive producer of the show and other staff members quit before last night in protest because Chloe, the ex that accused Chris, wasn't part of the investigation.
Yeah, in the opening of the show, Chris does thank producers on the show, as well as Yvette Nicole Brown, who stepped in for him as host while he was suspended.
I'm so appreciative to be standing here right now. And I want to thank you, the Walking Dead community, for all of your support these last couple of months. The show is not just a job to me. This is a vital part of my life, and this has been a sanctuary. These last 7 years we've been here. This has been with me through good times and bad times, and I have so much gratitude to you, the fans, and the producers, and the amazing cast of both of these shows, for allowing me to come here and be a part of this community every week. This is what this is. This is a community. And, we're on the precipice of a lot of changes on both Walking Dead shows in the coming weeks and months, and I'm so looking forward to going on that journey with you. And I've said the following words a million times, countless times, and yet I have never been more thankful than I am in this very moment to say to you that I am Chris Hardwick, and this is Talking Dead.
That got me a little teary just listening
I know.
to it.
He does put so much heart and soul into that program that when you watch it, it makes you feel good. And as good as the other host would have been, I don't think she would have been able to fill Chris's shoes, man. Chris really,
he has his own.
He's got his own way, his own style, and it's hard to do change, but he really brings that show to life.
Yeah, And I'm glad he's back. I think a lot of us are glad he's back. As you can hear with the clip that you played from whatever.
Yeah. I got that off YouTube.
ET Entertainment News that apparently some people are still protesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, didn't you listen to the clip you just played?
No, I just listened to Chris Harvick. I didn't know they were protesting.
There were some people who, they was just saying that there were some people who aren't happy with the investigation because they didn't include his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, I thought you said they were
Whatever.
protesting E.T., but...
No.
Oh, they're protesting the network.
Click, yeah, that click.
Yeah, it is
Anyway.
what it is, man. You're always going to have people protesting. You're always going to have people doing something, so no one's going to ever
Amen.
no one's ever going to be happy.
Amen.
Your kids started school today, right?
Yes.
So let's put a little disclaimer out there. Schools are open, okay?
that mean?
So drive fast. No, schools are open. So remember those school zones. For the last couple of months, we were able to breeze through those school zones at like 40 miles an hour. Now remember those school zones are open. Watch out for children. Watch out for the buses.
Don't use your cell phone in those school zones. It
Yeah,
is a
the
big
cops
fine.
are going to be out there in force, so just be careful. So how was the kids' first day at school?
I got a picture of one of them. I forgot. I posted. So it's Seth's first day of his senior year. I posted a picture of it, and then I'm on this routine that I get up and I hike in the morning around my neighborhood, and I took his picture. Then I went for a hike, and then I got back and I was like sweaty.
You have trails?
Tired.
You have trails by your house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was
Dirt
sweaty
trails?
and tired. Yeah, but there are also like there's hill. I live
Oh,
by a
hills.
lot of hills. So there's anyway. So I had the other two. I have to take my son. It's his first day of football, and he forgot. And anyway, he brought his pad. Told me he wasn't supposed to do that. Oopsie, oopsie. So I had to take him to school, and that's all we're thinking about. And I forgot to get their pictures.
You're a good mom.
And you know what? I don't even like them as much. But whatever, whatever.
You know, a
They
kid
need to learn their place.
It never makes a kid feel more comfortable at starting high school that his mom's taking his first day of school picture. That really,
Everyone's doing that.
you know-
You feel like a bad parent on Facebook if you don't take the first school day pictures.
yes, if they're going into kindergarten or first grade or
He's a
even sixth grade. Did you,
so
did you
sad.
drive him to school and give him his lunch and give him a kiss in front of all his friends too?
No, you big Henri. Anyway, but the other two I did have to drive to school, which I've told them I don't want to do that this year because I work from home and it's a pain in the butt. It kind of gets me out of the mode of what I need to get done. And you know what? Just get on the bus. I live in a decent area. It's not like you're gonna get beat up on the bus. Get on the bus.
If mom's taking pictures of him, he's going to get beat up on the bus.
No. Seth is fine. I took a picture of him before he left the house. No one
Oh,
knew.
no one knew.
Except for all
until
the
you
people
posted
on
on
Facebook.
until you posted on
And tagged
Facebook.
his ass. What? So
You're a
I was
great
already
mom.
irritated with him because, as you saw in my notes, he had his driving test yesterday.
Right?
Yeah. So Texas isn't normal in any way whatsoever, and apparently you have to watch like a video of a distracted driving because I
Right.
guess a lot of people text, and it's a 6-hour video,
Oh,
6 to 8
jeez.
hour, and he decided to get up at 10 a.m. and remember to do that the day of his test. So his test was at 2. Do the math. He wasn't done.
Typical senior kid.
I did not get to take him to get his driving test, so I still don't have a driver in my house who can help me do anything.
So you're shocked that your 18-year-old flubbed something.
So angry. I was so angry yesterday. I'm still a little bit angry. I don't know if you can feel that.
I don't know, I could see it. The Facebook people could see it. You just hit the desk. The desk feels it.
I just want someone to help me drive.
You know what's going to make you feel good? Let's get into some good news. All right? Let's wash away all that bad stuff and get into some good news, all right? That's what it's all about.
Fine.
The good karma.
Fine.
Go
All
ahead.
right, you're gonna not like this one the most, so I'm gonna put it first.
Why, is it from a different country?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't think so. This shoe company has decided to. It might be from a different company. To unveil. Why do they even put that? Anyway, there's a new line of shoes that save hundreds of single-use plastic bottles from ending up in the ocean. The bottles that are
Biodegradable?
It takes over 400 years for these bottles to biodegrade. So an eco-friendly shoe company called Vivo Barefoot has developed an innovative shoe line that actually uses 17 bottles each in each pair of shoe. They're incredibly comfortable and healthy for your feet and obviously durable because they're plastic. Look, they're kind of cute. Not to you, but that my daughter literally just made me buy
Yes,
shoes
no,
like
I think
this.
they're great for girls.
I think some guys are going to wear
and
this.
girl. Listen, if a guy wears that, he's not a guy. He's a girl.
He's
All right.
You're so rude and not true. Not true.
It looks like a screen.
The new line includes running, hiking, and streetwear, as well as several children's sizes. The prices range from $90 to $190. You can find them on Amazon.
100 to 190 for recycled
Oh, believe
cans?
me, my son.
Recycled bottles?
My son's shoes were
That's
over
a scam.
$100.
That's a scam.
Be quiet. So again, you guys, that is Vivo Barefoot. They use 17 different bottles for each pair of shoes. So think about all the shoes or the environment that's getting saved. Also, what was the other thing I was going to say? So India, I was watching. They have they have 15 of the 16 top terrible pollution.
Right.
They have a lot of plastic issues, so I hope these people are going over and getting some bottles from India.
Yeah, but they can't afford $150 shoes.
Correct, but they could at least get the bottles up and then sell them to somebody else. I'm just trying to be positive here.
Are Crocs
okay?
still in?
They look like Crocs. I don't know if they're in style, but I know that I just bought a pair of my daughter's shoes that look just like that. Anyway, okay, shush.
All right,
Next.
let's move on from recycled shoes.
This is about Pearl Jam, the rock band. I am so tired, you guys. This is a long day. Seattle's most, I had to get up at 6:45. Okay. Seattle's most beloved bands rallied the city into raising millions of dollars for the homeless this past weekend. They played 2 concerts at Safeco Field. They encouraged 100 different Seattle businesses to join in the fundraising efforts, and they raised over $11 million.
Wow.
90% of which were donated.
That's awesome. I mean, all these big bands should do something like that. Get within the communities and small donations
and
add up
help
a
out.
lot. Little bit of donation from the whole community turns into how much was that? $11 million.
$11 million.
$11 million.
And businesses that were participating in the initiative all volunteered to donate varying portions of their proceeds to the charitable event as well. So 90% is the average, I guess.
Kudos to Pearl Jam.
It's going to be distributed to 40 different homeless organizations based out of Seattle.
Wow, great.
Seattle would be a hard place to be homeless with all the rain.
With all the rain, yeah.
That makes me sad. Okay, just like my uplift, we love our homeless. Okay, mom turns, I have an uplift hat on for people just listening and not watching. I'm so sorry. Mom turns love of baking into a local coffee shop. Job opportunity. It's a job opportunity for students with special needs. Shut up. I love this one. Okay,
Well,
in Oaklawn.
I'm not going to say anything.
Shut up. So in Oaklawn, Illinois, for 25 years, Marie Veal.
The service slow?
That's not right. It's really funny.
Was that
funny.
Was that so wrong?
That is funny, but wrong. That is really terrible.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Do you feel like a bad person? You should feel like a bad person.
No,
Okay.
no.
In Oaklawn, Illinois, for 25 years, Marie Veal commuted to downtown Chicago to work at her day job at banking. Girl, good for you. Anyway, and she loved the neighborhood, and she realized there was no private-owned coffee shops after her daughter went off to college and noticed how many coffee shops around, college campuses. At the same time, she was also looking for a job for her 18-year-old son who has Down syndrome. And other students from his Richard High School, which was enrolled in District 218 Adult Transition Program, which is a lot of people with special needs trying to get into the real world once
Workforce.
they graduate. Yeah, exactly. So this bakery is called A Little Something Extra Bakery. It's in, like I said, Oaklawn, Illinois. Go visit it. She has employed, I can't see how many, but several different people with learning disabilities to help. She's also provides job training opportunities for, it says a few students, 2 currently enrolled at ATP. When working with adults with disabilities, you just need to be more patient and loss of repetition.
Yeah.
With all young adults, they need to be independent and confident of their abilities. She serves bear claws, donuts, cinnamon rolls, and brioche dough.
The cops must be all up in that place.
I was just very impressed because I was
No, I think that's great because a lot of these kids do not get the job opportunities that they deserve.
Yeah.
A lot of them very smart, very capable of going into the workforce, and it's just sad that it's hard for them to get jobs. And it's good to see somebody took a stand and did that.
yeah, good
You know.
job, Maria Veal.
What's the last name? Veal?
Veal, like
Veal,
like veal.
like veal cutlet?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Nice. That you shouldn't eat. Bad
All right. Well, we got Third Watch coming up.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Third Watch, for you guys that, like I said, will when we get them into the studio, you'll see who they are. They are a law enforcement motorcycle club, first responder club. They have veterans in there. They have firefighters, police officers, and they are going to change the homeless vet situation in Rowlett. And they have a lot of good upcoming events, so stand by because it's coming up right after this.
Ooh, good song. What song is that?
Right into this world
Oh, you did something.
all alone. God takes your soul. You're on your own. The crow flies straight. A perfect line.
Barbecue taste and fast food chains? Why not try Gizmo's Texas Barbecue? It's tender with a deep smoke flavor. Gizmo's has the meat you want. The ribs are bone-licking perfection. The brisket is oh so meaty. And the rest of the meaty specialties are bad to the bone. I give it 2 paws up. So next time you plan on throwing a party, let Gizmo smoke your meat. You won't regret it. 10% off your first order. Can't beat that. You can find them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/GizmosBBQ or on Twitter at Gizmos Texas BBQ or call today at 817-372-2306. Order your smoked meat today. It's bad to the bone.
Posados Cafe, the place in the Metroplex for Mexican cuisine, conveniently located at 1601 Airport Freeway in Bedford. Posados Cafe has served its customers proudly for over 29 years, with the finest food, authentic dining, and 5-star service. Posados Cafe offers it all. Feel like steak or seafood, or just fiesta nachos and queso? Posados Cafe will serve your every need. So visit Posados for a dine-in or cater-out meal. While you're there, pick up a Posados gift card and let others enjoy the same experience. Posados Cafe in Bedford. Make it your next meal. Posados, proud sponsor of the Mad Radio Making a Difference Kid of the
He'll
Month.
be all serious.
2 California deputies killed by an arson suspect with a high-powered rifle. 10 law enforcement officers in the state of Florida lose their life in the line of duty in less than 6 months. Help those that put their lives on the line by logging on to bluealert.us and find out how you can help those who help us each day. That's bluealert.us.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Making a Difference.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to. Whoop. Let me turn the mic on there. Why didn't it go? Welcome
Lord.
back to Mad Radio.
I'm glad. So no one heard your singing.
No,
That
thank
just me.
God. Thank
Aw.
God.
And all
Aw.
the Facebook people.
For those who heard that, welcome back. That's Welcome Back, Cotter. And for you young guys, that was a TV show back in back in the '80s that probably none of you have seen, but you should watch it, man. That was that was a great show. Had some good cast. But
That was John Travolta.
That was
back
John
in the day.
Travolta back in the day, right? Before I introduce our guests, there is one thing that I did forget to do, and I hope everybody on Facebook and everybody out there listening to us on FBRN.us will
What did you
will
do?
acknowledge. Hold on.
They can hear us. We should still talk. Yes. No.
Yeah. Oh, all good? All right. All right. So I was supposed to do this in the beginning of the show, and I forgot because tomorrow is a very special day. It's August 16th, and isn't it somebody's birthday?
Oh my God.
Yes, it's going to be Megan's
for not
birthday
singing it.
tomorrow. I wasn't going to sing it, but I will have them sing it.
That's Beyonce, isn't it? Oh no, Jennifer Hudson.
Yes.
Hey, yes, J-Head.
So it is
Thank
the
you.
lovely Megan King's birthday tomorrow. So
Yes,
happy
honey.
birthday, Megan.
Thank you.
This is for you.
Aw. My kids are not going to remember this.
I figured your kids wouldn't even know
They
it's your
won't.
birthday.
They won't.
But
Aw, I agree.
all right. Well, we got Third Watch Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club in the studio. Welcome, guys. All right. Just get close to the mic
Get
so that
close to
everybody
the
can hear you.
mic.
All right. Start off by introducing yourselves.
I'm Brian 12 Wilburn. I have one of our directors, Mike Cowboy Bennett, and one of our members, John Sea Dog Chilson, with me today.
All right. So we got Sea Dog, 12, and Cowboy.
Yes.
You know, it was funny because you left that message on my phone when you called me, and you were like, "Yeah, this is 12." I'm like, "All right." Yeah, I thought it was like one of those spy things. Yeah, this is 12. What the hell is 12? How'd you get the name 12?
Shiner's listening. He
Yeah,
wanted to say
all
hi.
right, Shiner from Southern Dog.
One
Some
of my
Southern dogs
brothers,
listening.
Boulder, gave me that name because said I text like a 12-year-old. So that's how I got it.
So 12. All right, and it's stuck.
It's stuck.
How long have you had that name?
A couple years now.
Couple of years. And Cowboy, by no means, we see with the cowboy hat and everything else. And you're still in law enforcement, aren't you? Yes. In Oklahoma? Yes. What do you do in Oklahoma?
Deputy Sheriff, Lincoln County.
All right. You ride a horse or you driving in a car?
No, I'm driving a car.
All right.
Or a Harley.
or a Harley. All right.
I hit him because he was around when Wyatt Earp was.
Yeah, I would say, did you Dillinger and everybody else, Bonnie and Clyde? Did they go? Did you chase them?
Chased them all.
All right.
Out in the Badlands.
And all right. And we got Sea Dog.
Yes, our names are usually given to us
From somebody else.
So they're like your Delta Chi names, like Animal House,
That's
you know.
right. Yes.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
So I picked up my name because I'm a retired Marine, and I ran a Sea Scout unit for about 14 years, and I also did a hitch in the Navy.
Oh,
so
wow.
I spent a good share of my life on the water.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your service. We appreciate everything you've done for our country, man. Thank you very,
Amen.
very much.
Thank you.
You know, we support veterans. We support all veterans, even the Coast Guard. So.
So nice. You're so nice.
So tell us a little bit about Third Watch.
Well, Third Watch has been in existence for a couple of years now, and it started out with some of us that work for the Rowlett Police Department. We all ride, and we all share a love for veterans. And the very beginning, the real genesis of Third Watch started with a shoe shine challenge about 4 years ago, where myself and another Oklahoma deputy sheriff, who happens to be a cousin of mine, we had a bet about who could shine. We're both in the military, but he was in the Air Force, I was in the Navy.
Oh, okay.
And,
Well, thank you for your service.
Well, thank you very much. And everyone knows that the Air Force guys, they all wear Corfram shoes. They don't really know how to shine their shoes very well. So we made a bet, and the bet was that whoever could shine their shoes the best and won, the loser would have to take a vet to dinner over the Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays.
Okay.
4 years ago. So we started trash talking back and forth on Facebook, and my friends and his friends started picking it up. And by the end of the time, between my friends at Rowlett PD and other friends from my past, we ended up feeding 72 vets.
Wow.
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas 4 years ago, in 5 states. And so I became curious as to what vets needed help around the Rowlett area. And at that time, I discovered that there were 24.
How did you get that number?
Well, I found 3 of them sleeping underneath, 2 of them sleeping underneath one of our bridges, and one
God.
out in the Greenway, out on Lake Ray Hubbard. And then I went to an organization there in Rowlett called Life Message, which I had been unfamiliar with before. And it's a food pantry and much, much more.
Okay.
And every week they would bring these guys in and give them food and clothes and toiletries and things like that. And I was shocked that in the city of Rowlett there were 24 homeless or needy veterans. And so those 2 things were kind of the genesis of Third Watch. So I hit up my friends that I work with, many of them who are in our club and some of our brother clubs like the Southern Dogs. You mentioned
Right,
Shiner
yep.
was on the air. Shiner's a Southern Dog. And I hit them up for donations. And so at Christmas time, after the Shoe Shine Challenge, we bought 26 hams, and Life Message provided all of the helpings, and we fed them a dinner.
Wow.
So not very long after that, we sat down and we started talking about, it was a few months, but not too
Right.
long. We sat down and started talking about doing something. Let's try to make a difference in the lives of our local veterans. And we started to talk to different people. Cowboy and Sea Dog were a couple of the first ones that we talked to, among others. And Third Watch was born.
Wow, that's an amazing story. The city of Rowlett. Now, it's not that big, correct?
About 65, 70,000 now.
Okay. And what kills me is we have 24 homeless vets in the city of Rowlett. Me and Megan were we're working with Uplift, a homeless. They feed the homeless all around the DFW area, and we were feeding some homeless in Fort Worth, and we found some homeless vets sleeping in the shelters. But Rowlett, a smaller community of only 60, 70,000, to see 24 vets that served our country, it's a horrible thing. And I'm glad what you guys are doing and stepping up. And I hope that we can give you this platform to raise funds and to get the word out and help these 24 individuals. Because if each community took control of their own community by doing what you do, we'd have no homeless vets on the street, you know?
That's for sure.
Yeah, there needs to be something to help them when they, decide
Transition
to not,
back
yeah,
over.
when they decide not to, serve anymore and they want to go to civilian life. There needs to be better help.
Well,
They
yeah,
deserve that.
they do, and
Beyond.
that's an ongoing problem that I'm sure you guys see every day. Because guys are coming back from overseas, they're not transitioning as well as everybody's not transitioning the way they're supposed to. The VA's not giving you guys the resources, so you have to take it upon yourself to help your brother out, right?
So, Third Watch. Is that something that law enforcement knows what that means?
Well, the TV show Third Watch, remember that the show that used to be on Third Watch?
Uh-huh.
It's just a shift. It's just a shift. It's the most busy shift. The third shift, first shift is usually
Okay,
the midnight.
okay.
Second shift is the, let me go have some donuts and sit in my patrol car and give tickets. And the third watch, that's when you get out
That's
there
when
in
some
the
stuff's
action.
going
That's-
down.
That's when stuff's going down.
Okay.
That's when the bars.
That's the 4 to 12, right?
Okay, and how many people in Third Watch are police or police?
Still are.
Yeah.
About 5, 6, 7.
Like, is that 50%? Is that
Oh no. It's
Okay.
we're a mix of military and law enforcement. We have
nice.
some that are both that served and then went into their law enforcement
And,
careers as well.
And firefighters.
Yeah, we
And
have.
firefighters.
Oh,
So
nice.
first responders, you got
First
first responders.
responders.
You're not turning
Love it.
any first responder away or military. How many members in your group?
Last count, I think there's 37 now.
wow?
Wow, that is. Are they all from the Rowlett area or?
No, we have 5 or 6 over in the Fort Worth, Hazlitt, Roanoke area.
Okay. Now, Cowboy, you're still on a job in Lincoln County, right? You said?
Yes.
You're sheriff?
Yes.
Marshal, deputy, whatever?
Deputy sheriff.
Deputy sheriff. So you live in Oklahoma?
Well, no, I have 2 residences, one in Texas,
Oh.
one in Oklahoma.
Must pay well, huh? No. No. So, so you're doing a lot of traveling for the city of Lincoln County.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, and you live mostly down here?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how long you been on the job?
25 years.
God bless you, man. God bless you.
Yeah, seriously.
The New York guys are like 20 and out. That's it. I'm done. They don't want to stay on no more.
No.
25 years, you've seen a lot of different changes.
Oh yeah. I started in '79. Can't believe how much different it is today.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
You're still on the job?
I still work for the police department,
Right.
but I'm no longer an active duty police officer.
When did you retire?
I left patrol, if you will, in 96, and
Okay.
then spent 10 years after that doing investigations.
Wow. So so you guys
2007.
you've seen the change in policing, and we have police
Social
officers.
media,
and
I think,
yeah,
has made
we've
the biggest change.
it breaks my heart to see what these police officers now on the street have to go through, and it's just it's horrible. It's it's like what vets got to go through when they come home, man. And Sea Dog, what do you do? Are you in law enforcement, firefighter, or just are you just a veteran that wants to help?
A veteran that wants to help. I'm a Vietnam veteran, and as a result,
bless,
I
man. Thank you.
never want to see
Yes.
that happen again.
So, with law enforcement, we've seen the change in law enforcement. As a Vietnam vet, God, when you came back, you went over, I guess, right?
Yeah, I was drafted in 68.
You were drafted.
And I spent 68 in Vietnam.
So you did a tour in Vietnam. When you came home, I can't imagine. I mean, I've seen the stories, and I mean,
My dad served.
I was born in '67, so I was a pup. I can't imagine what you went through when you came home.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of the same type of attitude from basically
closer.
a lot of the same culture towards the police officers currently.
Yeah. Well, what do you contribute that to?
Like the culture that we had towards the
A disrespect
vets.
for authority. The idea that, whenever somebody tells me they've got to be me, I've got to be independent, we're social animals. We can't be totally independent.
Oh, yeah. Well, society will break down if we all decide to start doing our own thing.
Right.
That's it exactly.
Right.
It's called anarchy.
Yeah.
Sons of.
Hey, let's talk about that real quick. Good transition. So, since you guys are all, vets or police officers, do you get frustrated with people assuming that Sons of Anarchy is basically what every motorcycle club entails?
Believe it or not, it rarely comes up in conversations where it's related to Third Watch, because we all like to ride, and we have a great relationship with our brothers from other clubs. But because our focus is, on veterans and helping public servants, I don't think, to be honest with you, I've ever been asked that question by anybody, ever.
Really?
I don't think I ever have.
I was at the bike show at Dallas. Somebody came up to me in the food line and said, "Are you guys like Sons of Anarchy?" And I told them, nobody's like Sons of Anarchy.
Well, everyone believes what they see on TV. So.
Well, hey, they just came out with a sequel to Sons of Anarchy for them. It's the Mines. The Mines, right? The Mines.
Yes.
That was their rival biker group. What's his name? Chris Sutter or Kurt Sutter. He's an excellent. He's an amazing rider. I can't wait to watch it. I liked the movie. I liked the show. I liked the series. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I did too. I liked it a lot.
I liked it too.
It had amazing actors in it. So
exactly. So okay, did you guys start riding bikes because you wanted to attract girls? Is that why?
I started when I was 13.
Yeah.
So maybe, yeah.
And I got my first bike at 15, and it doesn't hurt. Let's be honest about it.
My dad was a biker. I started riding when I was about 7 years old behind him, and as soon as before I got a car, I got a motorcycle.
Oh wow! Yeah, no, he wasn't thinking.
So, but
about
we
that.
have to clarify.
What?
It's a Harley Davidson.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not like they're riding a Honda, because you can't get a chick on a Honda. No. You can't get a chick on a Kawasaki.
I don't know about that.
We do have a couple of Honda riders in the club, but they usually ride at the back. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. So, you think that girls are like, ooh, a Harley?
Yes.
I'm just really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than like a fast one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to disagree.
There you go.
What's the main guy's name from Sons of Anarchy? Whatever he drove, it was like that works.
That's
that works.
Tara gets on.
Right.
Tara gets on my bike. She'll just go sit on my bike in the garage and just rev the engine when I'm tired.
Oh,
I'll hit my bike start up, and she'll be like, "Oh, I'm done."
Oh my Lord.
So tell us, with you're doing a brick and mortar. You're doing some resources for the veterans of Rowlett, which I think is a wonderful thing. Tell us a little bit about how this transpired and what it's going to be all about.
Okay, well, when we first started Third Watch, we were trying to determine ways to help those vets that we were aware of. And so we wanted to get the word out that, first off, we were available to help.
Okay.
And we started by, and we still do this, where we get backpacks, and I don't know if I'm allowed to mention the vendor's name.
Yeah,
fine. One of our good friends, his name is Gundog. He works for Cheaper Than Dirt over in Fort Worth. And
Gundog works for Cheaper Than Dirt. All right.
He hooked us up with these military-grade backpacks, and we put out the word.
All right, wait, I just got to stop you. It's just that I have to throw this in military grade, so they're bulletproof?
No, they're not bulletproof, but they're heavy duty. They're something that someone that lives a transient lifestyle could use, and it's not like a little kid's backpack.
Right. Gotcha.
So, and it's got a lot of pockets and, heavy duty zippers and things like that. So we got the backpacks, and then we started, filling them, and we've done this several times now. We've given out over 70 of them so far.
Wow.
In our existence to not only vets, but also if we have an excess, we've given them to other groups that help homeless people over here in Dallas.
What do you put in the backpacks? What are some of the supplies?
Things like toiletries. We provide them with a toiletry kit that has a razor, shaving cream, deodorant, soap.
Kind of like your
hand cleaner, combs, flashlights, bottled water, non-perishable food items, anything that we think that
basically survival gear for the streets.
Survival gear for a guy that's living underneath the bridge is what we put in there. Clothes, T-shirts. In the wintertime, we put like sweatshirts and things like that. The Marine Corps League, who we have a working relationship with, Patrick Murray, They just brought us over 4 huge boxes of shirts. They donated plus 30 cases of water that they donated to us.
I just saw that. I saw that you put that online.
Exactly,
Yep.
and all that as goes in the backpacks that we stock out, and then we might get one and then not get any for a little while, and then we might get 3, 4, 5 at one time. You know, DART train ends in Rowlett, and it brings in a lot of these folks
Really?
that are homeless, and so it just kind of varies. But so we started with that.
Oh, okay.
And when we sat down and we did our bylaws, we said, you know, our goal is one day we want to have a veterans center in Rowlett, because Rowlett has nothing for veterans whatsoever unless you come, you know, to Dallas or all the way out to Greenville. Well, I mentioned earlier that we established this relationship with Life Message, and one of the founders of Life Message, his name is Chris Kazar. He's also a member of our club, and we call him a caregiver. So him and I have gotten to be good friends over the last 4 years, and we took this idea of bringing a brick and mortar Veterans Resource Center to Rowlett. We hashed it over in a whole bunch of different ways. We brought the city in. We talked to the city. We became a partner with the city. We have a veterans recognition program, which Third Watch, we kind of led the way, but we had tons of support from the Southern Dogs, the Steel Horse Patriots, the Chaotic Angels, and they're all our friends. They supported our effort. They came out. They turned out to honor the veterans. So Third Watch built credibility doing those kind of things. Working with the city, we put on a Veterans Day, Memorial Day ride as part of their program, and we've expanded upon or helped the city expand upon those programs since they started. And as we grew and our reputation for getting things done in the veteran community grew, we began to form this idea. Well, in Rowlett, how are we going to get that done? And the obvious answer was through Life Message.
Okay.
So Caregiver and one of his employees took this idea and they ran with it. So just to give you the big picture, because it's still a work in progress.
Okay, yeah.
Here in the next year and a half, Rowlett will have a brick and mortar Veterans Resource Center. And to get there, Caregiver formed this group that we have in Rowlett now, and it's called the VROC, because everybody knows that cops and veterans, they like acronyms. So we came up with the VROC. A guy named Chris Bunkoff actually came up with that. And it stands for Veterans Resource and Outreach Committee. And what we did is we went out into the community and we found like-minded people, vets, business owners, vets that are business owners. We have some parents on there that have children that came back from Iraq and Afghanistan with PTSD. We brought them in because we wanted a bunch of different perspectives on what this Veterans Resource Center would look like. And although it's a component of Life Message, it'll be its own standalone entity within Life Message, have its own entrance. Some of the things that have been discussed and are currently underway, it'll have an infirmary, it'll have dental, it'll have optometry. If we come across a homeless vet out on the street now where we might before have been able to give them a backpack and send them down to a local motel and give them a shower or something like that, we'll be able to give them food, clothes, counseling, directions for jobs. I mean, and all of this will be free. It's not going to cost the vet anything.
Well, with the health care, so you're saying dental, and how is that going to be provided?
Because Caregiver is an amazing fundraiser, and he has a heart for people, thus the name Caregiver.
Right.
And his desire, my desire as president of Third Watch, the members of Third Watch, all collectively, everyone that's in the VROC, everyone that's associated with the VROC, our friends, the Southern Dogs, Steel Horse Patriots, their president is a guy named Jimbo.
Okay.
The president of the Chaotic Angels, Lil Tex, he's working with me on the Smokes and Spokes in October, which I guess we'll talk about in a minute. These guys all have a heart for vets. Many of them are veterans. There's, I don't know how many in the 4 clubs I just mentioned are vets, but I know from dealing with them, they all have a heart for veterans. So we've all kind of come together to make this effort to help Rowlett area vets, but it's gone way beyond that. We're servicing veterans now in the 12 counties that butt up against Dallas County.
Oh, nice.
We get calls now from all over saying, can you guys take care of this, or can you take care of that?
Wow.
And it's not just, oh, I have a homeless vet who needs a shower and a shave. It's, can you help this vet with a job? Or this vet is suicidal, or doing yards. We provide
we have
yard
a
service.
disabled vet whose fence blew down and needed
Yeah,
to be put back
we've
up
fixed
again.
fences. We've done fundraisers for vets.
When you talk about vets that need a job, I'm just going to give a plug real quick to J-Dog.
Oh, yes. We love them.
Have you ever heard of J-Dog?
It's junk removal.
Junk removal.
I have not.
Okay, J-Dog Junk Removal is owned and operated by vets throughout the country.
Employ vets.
And they employ vets and vets' families. They
Correct.
are a veteran-owned business. In order to own part of J-Dog or buy into part of J-Dog or junk removal, you have to be a vet or a family of a vet, and that's all they hire is vet
What's his
families.
name?
That's John Ortiz and Jamie Ortiz from J-Dog. So they are always hiring. There's many J-Dog rubbish removals around the Texas area and around the DFW area. So there's a good resource for you if you're looking for a job for a vet.
Well, one of the things that we did as we've grown and our sphere of influence, if you will, has gotten bigger, and the requests for services have grown, beyond what we started with. It's all about making relationships and contacts with other groups.
Right.
And I only mentioned 4, but there's a number of others that have been the Expendables, Invictus, Celtic Warriors. I mean,
it goes on and
Shields
on.
of Honor.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of them that we've done one thing or more things with over the last few years, and they've all helped. And we try to, reciprocate by doing things for them. But one of the best things that we ever did was make a connection with a group called Make It Happen. Have you heard of that
No.
group before?
No, no,
Okay,
no.
it's called Make It Happen. Their logo is the Rosie the Riveter.
Oh, nice.
A lady from World War II. And the lady that runs that, her name is Brandy Jones, and she knows everybody that is anybody with the veterans. Not only in her employment, she works with the foundation. I'm not going to mention the name because I don't know that I'm supposed to do that, but I
Volunteers
can do
of
that.
America?
The Dickey Foundation.
Never heard of it.
Dickey's Barbecue.
Oh, okay.
It's that family.
Yep.
Very nice.
She kind of helps all these groups. She knows all of us, and she knows, like, well, if you need someone for this, you can call so-and-so. Or if you need someone for that, you can call that person.
Nice.
And she's been a great facilitator, and it's helped us help other vets.
I love that.
One quick example, I got a phone call yesterday from a person who wishes to remain anonymous, but he wanted to help a disabled veteran, had to be an amputee, that might need a roof. And he was going to take care of the vet's roof. And because of some contacts that I've made through Make It Happen, I put it out on my Facebook page, and within 7 minutes, I had a vet's name who lives over in Keller, who was credited with saving 160 lives under combat conditions. This guy's deserving of a new roof.
Without a doubt.
And in 7 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
And that's because of the connections that we've been able to make, with other groups and while doing this.
That made me get teary-eyed.
Yeah, it's such a tight brotherhood, and to say that you got responses in 7 minutes, I can see that, because when you never leave a brother down, you never leave a brother behind, and I'm glad you guys.
That's also a testament to his connections that he has
Yes.
on social media. Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Like,
it's
you
the
get
other
everybody.
people were, they were
Yeah,
like
but still, you
passing it
connected
on.
to- yeah.
you know,
Because
it's-
I'm 12, remember?
Like, I have 12 Facebook friends. That's
you know, and this is why Mad Radio is here, and this is what we do, is that we want to highlight people like yourself and Third Watch and Southern Dogs and all those other groups that you made, that you talked about, because the news doesn't cover this.
No,
You know, they're always covering the bad news, and there are people out there that are making such a big difference, and you guys are making a huge, huge impact. And it sounds like the ball has just started rolling, and it's just gonna get huge. And to save 24 vets is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You
yeah.
know, tell us about the spokes and.
Spokes and Smokes.
Spokes and
Or
Smokes.
Smokes and Spokes. You got
Either
to say
way.
it backward. It's
Either way.
Okay, so what we wanted to do with the V-Rock, we decided we needed an event, and we wanted to make it an ongoing thing, but we needed to start, we wanted to draw attention to the Veterans Resource Center and how the V-Rock is kind of steering that. So I went to my brother, Lil Tex, David Christensen, who's the national president of the Chaotic Angels.
Okay.
He knows motorcycles, and he's an entrepreneur par excellence. A guy, he's really good at that, much better than I am. So I went to him and I said, hey, I'm thinking about, I've long wanted to do like a block party on downtown Main Street, Rowlett.
Okay.
And I finally built the trust up with the city where the city leaders were that I felt like I could maybe ask them.
They're not going to
do
wreck my
They
city.
don't want
Yeah,
a
the
Philadelphia
permitting process.
They don't
And
have a
it took a
Philadelphia
while.
moment.
It's taken a while, but
Did
yeah,
they butter the poles though, just in case?
no, they trust me now, I think, and they trust Third Watch. They let us do the rides. They let us do the Veterans Recognition Ceremonies. They trust us. But I went to Lil Tex and I said I'd like to do a combination car and bike show to raise money for the V-Rock, not only to help the vets that we're currently helping, but to start leading towards this brick and mortar facility.
Right.
And realizing that our effort's just going to be a very small part of the larger effort, because you're talking a multi-million-dollar
Right.
facility when everything's said
So
and done.
you're also looking for business contributions and
Absolutely.
donations
Yes.
and volunteers to help with certain aspects.
Yes.
So
So we haven't asked in a long time, but
yeah, well, he's right across the street, Jerry Jones. I know. Once again,
you
all
got
right.
the extra.
We
is what we're
we
saying.
yeah. You just whatever's in your right pocket at this point in time, just
Probably
send
could
over
build
to
the
Third
building.
Watch because they are doing wonderful things in Rowlett. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I got with Little Tex. We sat down and we kind of came up with a plan. We decided we need a location. So we went to a good friend of ours named Jeff Peters, who runs Main Street Cigar Company. It's a relatively new business, but we go there often and hang out. He's got a nice little patio area there and whatnot. We'll go there and drink an adult
Yeah,
beverage
okay.
and burn a
Smoke a
stick. You
cigar.
know,
Yeah, there you go.
and,
Kick
it's just
back,
a nice place
kick
to
back
hang
and
out.
relax.
and
Yeah, yeah.
Meet a lot of other veterans there and stuff.
You
So it's
network. You network around.
Exactly. And we hit Jeff up. We asked him, and he has one of the original Adam West Batmobiles, by the way, which is really cool.
Wow.
And it'll be there on Saturday,
I need to
October
own a
20th.
cigar shop, apparently.
Yeah. So anyway, people like to see the
I
original Adam West Batmobile.
Yeah.
But we went to him. We asked him if he would be willing to host the event, and he jumped right in and said yes. And then we went around the neighborhood and secured permission to use different pieces of property that surround it. And so the end result was on Saturday, October 20th, from 12 to 6.
Saturday. Whoa. Saturday, October 20th.
October 20th.
Oh.
What?
You know what?
Oh, that's the Sharky Award. Man.
What time?
From 12 to 6.
All right.
We
so
can
we're
do that.
good.
We'll
We're
do
good.
that.
We're good.
And
We-
then I have to get dressed up to go to the Sharky
That's all right.
Award.
We can go to their event and then shoot over to the Sharky Awards.
You could do the show from the Batmobile, maybe. You might
That's
talk to
true.
Jeff.
How cool
I'll
would
just
that be?
go there dressed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
That
no,
works.
that'll work. So we, the Sharky Awards aren't until 6, so we could just go spend a couple hours over there and then shoot right
Absolutely.
over there.
Exactly.
So we're gonna
Excellent.
have the Rowlett Police Officers Association. We wanted to help them out. They're going to be there handling basically the concessions. They're going to be barbecuing,
Okay.
selling drinks and some of the things that they sell. They'll be doing that. I know Indian Motorcycle has confirmed as a vendor. They'll be there.
Oh, nice.
And we've gotten other, private individuals selling jewelry and other things like that. Plus the motorcycles, which Little Texas, he's taking care of that part. I'm taking care of the car part. We'll have trophies, for the winners and recognize them that way. We have a band. We actually have 2 bands, and I don't know the name of the second band because Little Texas procured them. But the first band that'll be playing there is friends of our club called the Three Drunk Monkeys.
That's a good name.
They're great, and they're known pretty much everywhere in DFW.
3 drunk monkeys.
3 Drunk Monkeys. So we have.
Jumping on a bed.
No.
Well, they might have. they're about having a party for sure. So it's going to be it'll be a great time, and it'll bring attention to why we're there, the real reason
Yeah,
we're there, which is
exactly.
to bring awareness to the V-Rock and bring awareness to what's coming from the V-Rock, which is the Veterans Resource Center.
And that's all on October 20th.
October 20th.
All right. So how could people, real quick, because we got a break, how could people donate if they wanted to donate some money or they want to donate time? Just go to Third Watch.
They can go to our Facebook page. We do have a PayPal. They can private message me, or my phone number's listed on there. They could call me. They can call Main Street Cigar Shop in Rowlett on Main. I'm sure they could contact Little Tex as well through, I think it's www.chaoticangels.com or at yahoo.com. I have to check. You have to check me on that.
All right, well,
something like that.
Yeah, we'll post it up on our webpage, our Facebook page. So October 20th, Third Watch is going to be doing the motorcycle car show. The Batmobile is going to be there. It sounds like it's going to be a great time for a great cause. You guys sound like you're blowing up. You're going to do a lot of great things.
Yeah, they know how to network well.
Yeah, I mean the Southern Dogs when they came in here, they do stuff with not Shriners Hospital. They do stuff with
Bikers Against Bullying.
But we're going to talk because Mad Radio is taking a stance on bullying for this year, and we're going to combat bullying as much as we can. We could use your help, and together we can either save some children. So we got to all work together.
Amen.
All right. Well,
thank you so much.
Yes,
you
thank
guys.
you. Thank you, 12 Cowboy and Sea Dog, and thank you for all your services and what you're doing for the communities and the 12 surrounding communities of Rowlett.
Well, thank you for letting us have this venue to talk about this. I really do appreciate it. We appreciate what you're doing. My buddies at Southern Dog spoke very highly of y'all when they came in, and so thank you very much.
Well, just before the event, we're going to have you guys on again, probably the first week of October. We'll have you guys on again, and we'll really give it a whole big blast to make sure we get people out there.
That'd be great.
And we will be out there to support you.
That'd be great.
All right. Well, that was Third Watch Motorcycle Club. Remember, October 20th in Rowlett. Go to Third Watch Facebook page, and you can place your donations, and you can see how you could help. Just Facebook 12. All right. Coming up right after these messages, we got the very funny comedian Arun. Arun.
He'll tell us.
Whatever his name is.
But he's funny. Doesn't
Damn
matter.
Indians.
What? Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
All right. Coming up after this.
Hey, this is Joyce, host of The Rejoice Show on the Fishbowl Radio Network. Check out my show every Thursday from 11 to 1 o'clock. You will hear an eclectic mix of music from old school, new school, neo-soul, spoken word, R&B. Don't miss The Rejoice Show.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in. FBRN.US.
Hello, you've reached Fishbowl Radio International.
Worldwide total infotainment for your ear hole. Talk, news, sports, comedy, politics, technology, health and fitness. Plus, spend the coolest 2 hours of your day in a soulful mix of smooth jazz and R&B with Tim Garrison. Get the latest hip-hop, celebrity news, and hot topics with host and president of Flava TV, Skip Cheatham, and Skip Cheatham's Playground. Share the music, the memories, the industry knowledge of Grammy-nominated composer and co-writer of songs Slippin' Into Darkness, Cisco Kid, Lowrider, and Why Can't We Be Friends? Why can't we? Yeah, I think I'll let him handle that. Howard Scott of The Howard Scott Show. And putting it all together, founder and owner of Fishbowl Radio Network, Dallas radio legend Sammy G. FBRN.US. Fishbowl Radio Network. Jump in.
Candy Yam's Kitchen. Food you can feel. You can experience Southern and Creole classics from down-home gumbo, upscale shrimp and grits, and mouth-watering desserts. From specialty pound cakes, pies, decadent peach cobbler, and an unforgettable banana pudding. Whether large or small, Candy Yam's Kitchen has everything to give your event a taste your guests will remember. Savory Southern cuisine, bold New Orleans flavors, united with an all-star presentation. You can be assured that you will be the talk of the town after booking them for your next party. You can reach us at 469-450-0027 or follow our journey on Facebook and Instagram at Candy Yam's Kitchen. That's KANDIYAMZ Kitchen. Again, give us a call at 469-450-0027 1027 or like our Facebook and Instagram page at Candy Yams Kitchen, spelled KandiYamz Kitchen. Candy Yams Kitchen, food you can feel.
Congratulations from Velvet Oasis Events, wedding and event planning. What a great time for us to get acquainted and determine what style, design, and package will work for your upcoming wedding, gala, social, or anniversary event. We specialize in helping people have a better event experience. Velvet Oasis Events customize your event design with your vision in mind. From beginning to end, we're there to assist. So for that wow experience you won't forget, remember Velvet Oasis Events. To get more details, go to velvetoasisevent.com, velvetoasisevent.com, or call 817-500-1579, 817-500-1579.
Introducing the Ferrero Rocher cupcakes loaded with luscious layers of sweet goodness, coated over dark chocolate cake, made with the freshest and finest ingredients to make you say, holy cupcake. Voted top 3 cupcakes in the DFW area. Wondering where you can get these sweet chocolatey goodies? Where else but Le Cupcake and Treats? Call us now, 682-999-8276. That's 682-999-8276. Or visit us on our Facebook and Instagram at Le Cupcake and Treats, where we make life sweeter.
The Northside Jam is back for the 11th big year. This community outreach event with a message of hope is a day of fun for the whole family. We'll have free food, free bounce houses, and free prizes. Platinum recording artist Howard Scott will be performing live. His hits include Lowrider, Cisco Kid, and Why Can't We Be Friends? Ashmore, Dallas-Fort Worth's best classic rock, will also be performing live. The Northside Jam is happening Saturday, September 8th at 5 p.m. at Marine Park, located in Fort Worth's historic North Side at 303 Northwest 20th Street. Fishbowl Radio Network will also be broadcasting live. Don't miss the fun. We'll see you there.
FBRN.US.
Yeah, I asked how New York was.
Fishbowl Radio Network. Jump in.
I like that. Are you transitioning?
Welcome back to Mad Radio and Making a Difference Wednesday here on Fishbowl Radio Network. And it's time for the happy news.
Happy.
Crappy news.
Which is where we take crappy news and we turn it into happy news.
That's it. There you go.
All right. So first up, John, it's your turn. Did you hear about Nebraska? They may become the first state to use fentanyl in an execution. Make that happy.
Well, using fentanyl, at least everybody's going to die high. How great is that,
That's
man?
true.
'Cause that's the way I
That's
want to
true.
go out.
That's true. That's my goal is when I hit like 80s and 90s, I'm going to start doing heroin and like all this stuff I never
Why
did
wait till
before.
your 80s and 90s? Start doing it now. Do it now when
I've
you can
got
really
babies.
enjoy. So what? Let them do it to you.
All right.
You know.
Nice. Hey, honey, can you please tie up mommy's arm for her? That is so messed up. You're a bad. Okay, anyway.
I'm a bad parent.
It's your turn.
Shocking.
It's your turn.
All right. Well, let's see. Did you hear about the new awards for the Oscars?
I did not. Go ahead.
All right, they're called Outstanding Achievement for Popular Films. Make that one happy.
Yeah, I actually heard about this. People were upset because they feel like they're going to give Oscars out to undeserving films, which I don't think it's going to be a sad thing because I think sci-fi geeks like me are going to be happy because Star Wars might actually win an Oscar, that it won't be for like a technical Oscar. It'll be like a
real
we
one.
all liked
A
it.
real one. Something you can put on the shelf.
There you go. An Oscar. Okay. You want to do the last one?
Yeah, well, did you hear about Turkey and the collapse of their economic lira?
Yeah, the lira.
The lira.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm counting down.
Why is that?
Yeah, the good news is I'm going to get some free or really cheap good rugs. Hey!
Turkish rugs. All right.
Okay, that's terrible. We're bad people.
No.
All right, but we've got somebody in our studio right now who's hilarious. We both got to watch him on Jamie Gravy's roast.
Yes.
And I've seen him perform at the Addison. He's
Jamie's
like,
giving
"Did
you
you?" Yeah.
actually Jamie's giving you a shout out on
And
Facebook.
Jamie loves you. Yes.
I don't know if he's saying a run because he's in New York now, and maybe he's running. Maybe he's getting mugged. Call 911 in New York.
I asked him how New York was, and he Facebook messaged that his feet hurt. Okay, so say your name
From running.
for us.
My name is Arun.
Arun.
So I was saying Arun.
Do you roll the tongue? Arun.
Arun.
Yeah,
Arun.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Arun.
I didn't know that in the
Rolled
you
that
rolled
tongue?
Yeah.
Well, it's
But
Indian
it's Spanish.
Spanish.
Indian Spanish.
Crossbred. Hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Crossbred.
Arun.
Arun.
Arun. Okay. Arun.
So where are you originally from?
I'm, believe it or not, I'm from India.
I thought you were going to say, believe it or not, I'm from Fort Worth. I just
Okay.
play this
I
role.
was like, believe it or not, I'm from Rowlett. That's what I was expect to come out. So when did you move here?
When
you were a kid?
No. I was like, 21. I was like 21. That's I don't know if you want to call that a kid, but
kind
it's
of a
like
kid.
that was like I was in a transitioning.
Well, in
period.
India, it's like an adult. You should have a family of 5 by then, right? In India?
Yeah. By now, I should have grandkids. By the way,
Did your parents want to maybe get you married?
Hooked up?
Before 21?
No.
Okay.
Thank
But
God.
now-
No. Thank God.
We
they
got
didn't.
somebody for you to meet, you know?
Yeah. They were like, yeah, it's okay for you to study right now, but
You're a mess.
but by 26, if you're not married, I don't know. Like,
Are
you know, I don't
are
know
your
what's
parents still very traditional like that?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah?
I
Were
wanna say
they
yeah.
were they arranged?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
really?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the first generation I feel like that's now
Yeah,
becoming-
that's like this is the first generation that's like trying to get out of that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So we are like in the midst of that. Like, so part of the generation is trying to do that, and then part of it is like trying to do the dating thing like
Yeah.
you guys do.
Right.
You know?
Like we
So,
do?
Like you guys do.
You don't want to be like me. You'll get divorced a bajillion
Yeah.
times. I don't think your parents will be happy about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Are
how
they-
do your family
here?
feel about that?
Huh?
Are they here?
Yeah, no. They're still back in India.
Okay.
And yeah.
How do
You
they feel
came by
about that?
yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Himself.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
I-
saying, but with the arranged marriage, like you're gonna go, you're gonna try to find your own chick on Tinder or something. How does the family feel about that? You know,
I uninstalled Tinder.
you know. Listen, I really don't want to be racist, and please don't take any offense. But
You're
when you
gonna
say,
be.
I am. But when you just turn around and say, like, I understand, you uninstalled Tinder. I was really thinking I was talking to tech services about my computer really quick. You know, I'm like,
Please go to the right top and click on uninstall, sir. Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
let him be racist to you.
Arun is really Bob from
Arun.
AT&T.
Arun,
Arun.
Arun.
Arun is really Bob from AT&T Tech Services.
Messed up, man. So his parents are still in India. You came over here all by yourself.
Yes.
How long have you been here now?
The first flight that I took in my life
Was
was
here?
the first flight to the U.S., to Dallas.
Oh,
Yeah.
how long is that flight?
It was, I don't know, there was like, in total it was like 17 hours, I think. Yeah.
That's a long time.
But it was like, I think we transited it
He was
through,
high.
London or
Germany.
Germany?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Aren't you glad you kept going?
Yeah.
Okay, so how long have you been here?
I have been here, I came up on my 12th year on August 11th.
Wow.
So that was
Well,
just a
happy
couple of days ago.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Good job being here.
Yeah, I know. I've survived.
Was it?
Trump hasn't kicked you out yet. That's really
I know.
good.
I know.
Was it a hard, was it a hard transition? Was it hard culturally?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I came here, like, and people were like going like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "How's it going? What does that mean? Like, how's
What's
what going?
going?
Yeah,
Right.
what's going on?
What's going
Like,
on and where is it going?
I really there was the kid in my university, and then he really asked me like, "How's it going?" And then I literally stopped and explained to him that I have a bunch of loan back home. My grandfather is sick and stuff like that. Like I was really telling him how it's going.
How's it going?
And
It's like asking a Jewish woman, like,
Yeah.
how's everybody been?
if you have
and then the guy was like, "All right, man, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later." And then the next time he saw me, he was like, he never said, "How's it going?" He just pretty much went past
Don't
me.
talk to
like,
that guy. Don't talk to
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah.
So you need to write a joke about that if you have not written a joke.
I know.
about
I have it. I have it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You-
You guys, that's what I say. Like, you guys pretty much took the word like H-I, hi, and then made it into how's it going.
Yeah.
Both mean nothing.
Exactly. Both mean nothing. We're just being polite, especially. And you moved to Texas. You moved to one of the most polite areas.
And I learned to
in
say
the
thank
US.
you a lot.
Oh, good.
I learned to say thank you a lot. Like so, because back in India, it's like everything is like business. Like you know.
Oh, you don't
like
say thank you. You just
well, yeah,
say
it's
something.
it's like yeah, you're supposed to do your job, shopkeeper woman. You know.
I
I
should
got
have to
that thing.
thank
I
you for
got
that
yeah, I
crap.
paid you for that. Like you know, that's how it is. And then I went back after like a couple of years, and I started saying thank you to everybody. And then everybody, people would look at me like in a strange way. They don't smile. They were like, "What? Thank you for what?" Like you know, this guy is weird. Like,
That's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, the Indian culture is fascinating to me. If you're not in an arranged marriage, now you'll have to pay for your own wedding, correct?
Oh my Lord. He's just not gonna
yes.
get off the
Yeah,
regular
right?
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Are you dating?
No.
Well,
Because you
because-
uninstalled
I
Tinder.
told you I uninstalled Tinder.
well, let me tell you, because an Indian wedding, have you ever seen an Indian wedding?
Yes.
A full-blown Indian
Yeah.
wedding?
Yeah, yeah.
They are the most spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
You guys know
But-
how to party.
But you have to tell me
Yeah.
what's with dressing up the elephant.
What's with dressing up the elephant? Oh, that's the other thing.
What is that all about?
That is.
I
how-
mean, that is amazing.
Yeah,
that Hindu?
That is Hindu, and
Yeah.
that is like North Indian folks do that. So there is this cultural divide of North and South.
Okay.
Just like how you guys have it over here, and
Yeah, we don't like them Yankees.
yeah, and that sort of thing is that. Like you
Oh.
know, that sort of thing is that.
Well,
Like,
you know,
yeah.
it's just
Are
that.
you from the north or the south?
I'm from the South. I'm
South.
from like the Texas
So
of
he doesn't
India.
want to tell you about
Yeah.
the elephant.
All right. I want to know because I thought it's just an amazing sight.
Yeah.
To see the colors and they dance at 7 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning.
there's a lot of
It- it
decoration.
goes- and it
They
goes
know
from
how to
the-
party.
Yeah.
They definitely do,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. There's like, you know, sometimes the groom is on the horse,
Right.
and then he's riding the horse on the elephant. They do all sorts of stuff.
But since you have to pay for it, it's going to be like City Hall for you, right?
Oh yeah. Well, you let the parents pay for it.
Oh.
Like yeah.
Hey,
Oh, the
even
female
if-
parents?
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if you so
Yeah,
even
but-
if you don't pick or if you pick and they don't pick,
Yeah.
they for sure won't pay for it.
They'll pay for it. Well, when I say parents, I mean parents of the bride.
Oh, okay. They have to pay her dowry,
It's
basically.
yeah, it's like that. It's well, I mean, I
you
don't
have
think
to
the
marry an
dowry
Indian?
thing is like as much present in,
hope so
in
not.
today's world.
I hope
But at least for people in the city, I want to say that, like, and or at least that's what we'd like to say.
But
like,
yeah,
you
but
know.
out in the villages, there's somebody
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
traded
Oh,
for a
yeah,
goat.
yeah,
Is what
yeah,
you're saying?
Yeah.
So are you wanting to find an Indian woman that's American, or because or would they be okay with you dating a black woman, a white woman?
At this point, my mom, she's just okay with me marrying a woman. Like,
She's like, he
thank
is
God.
so freaking
Like-
gay.
Yeah, just please don't tell us that 3-letter word, but please get married to a woman, you know. We understand you're in America, but please just do something.
I mean,
you know.
whatever goes on there is
Whatever
not-
happens, just say something.
Marry
Yeah.
the woman.
Yeah, marry the woman.
She can be your beard.
Right. Did you have any when you came over? Did you have any relatives or anybody over here that you stayed with, or did you just come over here on a?
No, I
went
didn't
to
have
study.
any relatives. They're like very distant relatives.
Right.
But yeah, I've just seen them like a couple of times.
So you came
But
over here
that's it.
basically on your own?
Yeah.
That's a lot of courage, man.
Yeah.
Amen.
I tell you, that's
Yeah.
that's a lot of courage
Yeah.
to just get
And-
on a plane and come over to a place that
Yeah.
you've never been.
Yeah. And it's like you don't have a phone. You don't have. It's not like this right now.
Right,
you know,
right.
It's,
12 years ago.
So yeah, 12 years ago, it's like it's a lot less.
So it must
I don't know.
talk
Connected.
about culture
Connected,
shock.
yeah.
You know, people move from state to state and they get culture shock. You came here and we were like, wow, you know.
Oh yeah.
So did you
I
speak
saw
English?
Walmart, and I was blown away. You know, I was like, how could there be a place where you could sell everything, and this is like bigger than anything I've ever seen in my life. You know,
Because India is still like
marriage halls are that big in India. You know,
marriage halls are that big here too.
yeah, but it's even that it was like I couldn't make sense of it. It's like I've heard of supermarkets in India, I've been to supermarkets,
Right.
but it's like, you know, you don't get
They're not
everything in the
like that.
world.
Right.
not just
I
right
can get
there.
my groceries and a bookcase.
Yeah, and
And a
garden
TV.
stuff, and like
dog.
Yeah, and bathroom stuff and everything. Like, you know, it's like
It's a one-stop shop.
it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it. I still can't believe Walmart exists.
That's true. But whoever thought of it when they, or Walton or whatever his name
Yeah.
was, he's a bazillionaire
Yeah.
for that, being that genius.
I think
Okay.
his daughter owns it now.
Yeah.
Well, there's more, a lot
There's
of
a whole
them.
bunch of them.
So, when you moved here, did you speak English before you moved?
Oh yeah. So
You learned in India?
Yeah, I grew
then
up
you-
in an English educated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
English was the second language.
Okay.
You know, Tamil is my first language.
Okay.
And so I like growing up speaking English was not a foreign kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's just something
But
you did.
it's but I've kind of like made myself more acceptable, I want to say, to the American people. Like what you hear right now is my English was way thicker than this. The
Your
Indian accent was way thicker when I got here. Like I remember there was this Wells Fargo dude who was sitting in the university, and he was helping these kids open checking accounts or whatever.
Right.
And I asked him some dumb question.
And he couldn't understand you.
Yeah, he couldn't understand like anything that I said. Like I asked him, so does this go like this, and can I put my thing over here, and can you get it like this and that and this, and I just kept going on and on.
Right.
And the dude just he just looked at his colleague, and right in front of me, he thought I couldn't understand English, and he said like, "Hey John, you want to check this out? Can you believe this?" Like just what he said, and I was like, I can understand English, man. Like, you know, I can hear what you're saying, buddy.
I know what you just said.
Yeah, but you should have just played it off that you didn't. You
Yeah,
should've
yeah,
played-
yeah, but
you
I
sh-
just pretty much stood
Yeah, you
there
should have
like
played
that,
it
you
off
know?
like,
Yeah, yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
English, and see
yeah,
what they said.
I pretty much stood there with my question. I was like, yeah, I'm still waiting for my answer.
So you still don't have a checking account?
Yeah, I
He's waiting for Bob
Yeah,
to
I don't
answer.
Like Wells Fargo.
Screw Wells
You know, I
Fargo.
don't think anybody likes. I'm still waiting to change. I gotta change.
Well, they did that. We just
Yeah,
had
we
a
just-
new segment where they
screwed a whole bunch of people in their houses.
they had to pay $1 billion fine. Was it
It
a
was a
billion?
lot more than they got
$2
paid.
or $3 billion fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
They foreclosed on like 400 people's houses by
My
accident.
my
Whoops.
reasons were not that intelligent. Like it was just like I don't like that dude, so I don't like Wells Fargo. That's it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
I would have
right.
been the same way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you moved here. You went to university where?
UT Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you studied?
I did my
engineering.
master's in telecom. Yeah,
I was gonna
engineering.
say- I was gonna say engineering.
Yeah, I was just trying to say it in the most stylish way possible.
I don't want to
did
be
telecom.
that was good. I don't want to be a stereotype, but I studied engineering.
We all study engineering. Yeah. And guess what? Like pretty much all of my classmates were like either from India or China.
Wow.
That's pretty much. I didn't see any Americans. I was like,
Because
okay.
American kids are
none of my
lazy
damn
ass.
kids want to do that.
American kids
I
are
told them
lazy.
that's exactly
No,
what
John.
they need to do.
Like American kids are smart. They knew way before that. Telecom is freaking boring, and they decided to
Get
back
into
off.
biomedical engineering or something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you come across? And be honest, because no one's listening.
Well, Jamie was listening.
What do you come
Hey,
across
Abigail. Hey,
as-
Abby Walsh.
As being from India, do you come across down here in Texas hurdles to try to get on the comedy scene? Was it more of a challenge? Because as a woman, I come across that for
yeah.
sure.
No, actually, the
Like
Texas,
presumptions?
No, actually, the scene has been pretty friendly. I want to say
Oh,
that.
good,
Yeah,
good.
because I started comedy in DC.
Oh, wow.
I had moved there for work, and I started comedy in DC in 2016. And
they're not nice?
And then no, it was pretty good. Pretty good. It's all inclusive and everything. So when I was moving back here for work, I was like, oh shoot, I'm moving back to Texas, to Dallas, and I haven't heard of anything related to comedy when I was there. So I was like,
Well, that's because nobody
so
hears it
it's-
unless you're in here, if you're here.
yeah, then I thought it was gonna suck, and but I came here and I was pleasantly surprised because the scene was, it's bubbling.
It was welcoming.
It's like you can do like multiple mics a night, and they want people like they want to see people like me,
Right. Well,
You're
you're
different.
You're different. You're unique.
Yeah,
You're not
that's-
a white boy
I
from Denton.
add to the diversity, or I am the diversity. You
Right.
know?
No, and
So-
I mean, you packed that. What was it? What was the comedian that you opened?
Virdas.
Virdas. He saw me.
Right,
Yeah, I was
Virdas,
there
and
at the show.
you said he killed, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he had a.
He sold out
packed
every
out.
show almost,
Right.
except for I think Sunday was the only night he did
Yeah,
sold out.
yeah.
And it was close. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a lot of people there.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
did you say that Vidas takes his? I mean, he came from India. Did he take his comedy role back to India and do sell out
he
shows
still
in
works
there?
there,
Oh
He
yeah,
still
yeah,
works
yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah.
So is that something that
been
you
So
like?
so I think he comes from a different, like a different mix of, like his background is different. He grew up in South Africa.
I didn't know
and
that.
He went to school here in, I think in Knox College in Illinois.
I didn't know that.
And then he did all of that. He even has a recent commencement speech that he gave at Knox College.
Oh yeah,
when he came
saw that. Yeah,
the thing.
he was
yeah.
very proud of that.
So he did all of that, and then he went back to India, and then he's
and
now
became a huge star.
Huge star. Like so he's
the number one comedian in.
So yeah,
India.
he's
until Arun gets there. Arun gets there.
Yeah, just say his name.
Are you
Call
gonna
him
go?
James.
Are you gonna go back? Are you gonna go back there and do that? Are you gonna? Try,
I don't
try
know.
comedy?
I mean, if Trump doesn't kick me out, I'll
Do you
continue
want
to
to
do
go
the.
there?
I don't know. Like it's I just want to try it out over here and then see how it goes. But yeah, I think even back there, like the comedy scene is booming right now.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
There are a lot of folks doing comedy, but it's like the 1960s and 70s
Right.
the stand-up era over
Yeah.
here.
That's
You
what
know,
he's saying.
like people are still finding the limits, and they're trying to. Oh, I can say this about the Catholic Church. Oh, I cannot say this. Oh, people got offended when I said
Yeah.
this.
Right,
So
right.
they're still trying to find all of that.
But it's
like the
definitely
Lenny Bruce years.
But it's definitely like still a brand new.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
untapped.
It's
It's
very-
untapped,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. And
That's
a lot
nice.
of people are like, it's a new form of entertainment, so people are just
Loving it.
Flocking
thronging
to it,
the,
right.
places and venues, and there's like everybody's selling out. Like within like 2-3 years of starting to do stand up, they're just selling out arenas and
Wow.
Oh yeah.
you know.
That's great.
If you watch one of Virdas's specials, his first one, he literally is in an arena in India, and then he's in this little comedy club in New York, and and he's doing the
They're
same.
going like back and forth.
Yeah, and
It's the
they're
same
doing the
special, but
special.
it's
Really?
like,
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
just cut with back and forth of different takes of the same joke that he did in both places.
and showing
just
how
to see,
it, how it related.
Yeah.
Right.
How big he is there, and no one knows him here. But they will.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
good. He was very good.
Right.
I
Right.
still-
He's one of the very few Indian comedians who. So right now the way comedy is in India is like they do like part English and part
he
regional
does
language.
English.
Okay.
And Veerdas is one of the very few comics who is purely English, and he can play. Like I saw him at DC Improv when I was in DC, and he played to a sold out crowd. And there were like all sorts of people. They were like not just Indian folks.
Just
They were
mixed.
like
Yeah.
Mixed.
white folks,
I feel
black
like
folks,
Addison, it was
everybody,
the same
and
way.
everybody enjoyed it. I saw that, and I
Yeah.
was like, wow, this guy has got like an international appeal.
Yes.
You know, and that's what I want to do with my comedy. Like
Yeah.
I want to reach out to everybody. I don't want to play it to a certain
right.
audience,
Yeah.
and I don't want to get pigeonholed.
Yeah.
So I want to play to everybody.
So like I have not seen one of your sets yet,
Mhm.
and I tried looking it up on YouTube.
Okay.
But you
forgot to
but
ask him to send a
but you
clip,
don't
that
you
was
don't
it.
you don't have one.
I have the clip, but
It's
it's
private.
private. I kept it as
Oh.
private
You don't want anybody to hear it?
You can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it. Like it's. Do you guys want me to go up on the thing?
Oh, it won't. It won't.
They
be
won't
able
do it
to-
on here,
Oh,
but
okay. Okay.
I want people to hear you because
Yeah.
you did the Jamie Gravy roast,
Uh-huh.
and you killed. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. It was, but you were doing a roast. It wasn't jokes.
Right.
I can't wait to hear your set.
Right.
So you were, I saw you at Addison. You were working on a whole. It was the longest joke. It was the whole 5 minutes, and you were doing. But it was a good. And the build up was really good, and it was about religion. It was about God to a degree.
Yeah. Was it the true racist thing that you saw me do it?
Maybe, and then you got to God at the end. Is that why I'm thinking God? No.
I can't.
Where's the
place
one
which
with
one
God?
That is. Yeah, I mean there is a bit on where I saw an Indian. Okay, I saw a Christian bookstore in India called God is Good. That was the title of the store. God is Good. That was immediately funny to me when I saw that, because it's like, so you're not confident about what you're selling, like, you know. Yeah, it's guys, just say it with confidence, like, you know, God is great, God is a real shit, yo.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's how I would put
It's the
my
bomb tickety.
Yeah, I have a bit on that, so yeah.
No, this is when you
Maybe
were.
that's the one. I don't
How
know.
long's your set?
What's that?
How long did you set?
He can work up to what?
I can work up to like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been featuring? Have you been?
I've had the chance to open at Hyenas Plano on a weekend, and that's been an opening weekend gig that I've had over here so far.
That's cool.
And and then I won the Test Your Mic competition at
What'd you win?
The Arlington.
Arlington
Remember
Improv.
the Test Your Mic, the same one I was, not the same one, but like that.
Yeah.
Very good. Congratulations.
The first week they started that. So
You were in mine, right?
well, that was a different thing. That was
Okay.
a different
contest.
I lost that.
I know, because I almost won, because I was like,
yeah.
So close.
Yeah.
Stolen. It was stolen from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's hilarious and very talented.
Yeah.
So, how long you been in comedy
Sorry,
for? How long?
So now it's been 2 years and 5 months. I've been keeping track of it. Like I've been keeping track of I have an app on my phone where like every time I go up on stage, I put a count. Like so I know how many times I've gone up on stage.
That is a very engineer brain of yours.
Yeah, I'm like very super nerdy with that thing. It's like I've gone
So how many times have you gone up on stage?
350 times. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's not a whole lot.
And
That's not a whole
literally-
lot. That's not a whole lot
Oh,
in 2
shut
years.
up.
Like if people were in New York, I think if Jamie or somebody in New York is listening to this, they would be like, get the hell out of here, you know? We do that much like in half a year. Yeah. So it's not a big deal, I think.
Jamie's helping us. He said, I've been thinking about Arun's Taco Bell bit since I've been here. I've just been walking around thinking about Arun saying tacos in his American accent.
Yeah, because like Indians, we say like taco. Like, hey, do you want to get some taco? Do you see that Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Like, and when you guys say it, it's like Taco Bell.
Well, we got to upscale it.
You guys say tacos.
So you make it sound like a two-star restaurant.
Yeah, it's so fancy.
Your
when you guys
American
say
accent is on point.
It's on point. Yeah.
Yeah, like West Point.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
It's so you guys say it, I love it when you guys say tacos. Hey, do you want to get some tacos? Like it's a novelty item. Like it's amazing.
Well,
you know.
Now you're kind of sounding a little fruitish, a fruitish American kid.
I'm getting hungry just thinking of
Talking about the tacos. Good job, Jamie.
But yeah, when I say like when we say tacos, we say taco, taco, like you know, and so yeah, I have a bit about that where I went to Taco Bell and I ordered some tacos. I was on a drive-through, and the woman on the microphone, she goes like, "Do you want to donate $1 for cancer?" And I just go into this whole tirade about like the nerve of Taco Bell to ask me $1 for cancer. How dare they do that? Like, you know, and it's yeah, you got to listen to that bit.
Jimmy's making fun of us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. I like Arun's style of comedy.
Yeah.
It's just it tickles me.
Now, do you think you're going to do like what Jamie did after you get some years under your belt? Do you think you're going to do the LA thing or the New York thing?
I don't know. I think a comedian advised me once that if you want to pursue stand-up as a pure thing,
right?
Just move to New York, and then if you're like one of those actors / you want to get into ads and everything,
then you go to California.
You want to go to LA. I think I think I'd be like I'd fit right in New York, I guess.
Yeah. Well, where do you see yourself? Do you want? I mean, you're got an engineering degree, right? Mm-hmm. Do you see yourself being
not at all typical?
Do you understand? do you see yourself working or waiting tables trying to make the comedy thing?
No, he's gonna work until comedy
I'm
takes
work,
over.
John.
Do you want to be an engineer or do you want to be a comedy?
I'm gonna find some
You can do
engineering
both.
work. Yeah.
You could do jokes about engineering.
Yeah, I worked at the back of the kitchen when I was in UT Dallas, so it's like that's not too foreign to me. And since you're on a work visa, you're supposed to. They allow you to work only on engineering stuff and stuff which is relevant to what
you studied.
What you studied, and so once I get my green card or anything like that, I'd want to probably go and do like wait tables and so that just so that I can tell people, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
just say
it's like,
I'm a
yeah,
struggling
you have
comedian.
No idea,
I'm a struggling
buddy.
actor.
Like I have waited tables. I have been a barista at Starbucks, and I busted my ass, man. I put my ass on the line, and that's how I got to the top, man. It's not easy, bro. Like, you know, I can just be that guy. I can just say that, you know.
I need to
but I'm
hear
thinking
your-
right now, and maybe I don't even have to do that to say that. I can just say that, you know.
Yeah, I
and
think
just
so.
lie about it, you know.
Yeah, because who's going to know anyway?
Yeah.
Amen. I
You
just
know?
need to listen to him do his American accent
Yeah,
24/7.
that is-
It makes me happy.
See, that's what's gonna make you shine. Is you're so diverse, man. You can go either way, and that's what shocks people.
Yeah.
Because you can go from your Indian,
Tacos.
huh?
Nothing.
Tacos.
Tacos. to starting talking like an
Yeah.
American, and people are gonna be like, "Wow, where did that come from?"
Yeah.
So you got so much range in your comedic ability, which makes you.
I hope so,
Which,
yeah.
which makes you so marketable.
Yeah.
You know, for any booker, you know that's what makes you stand out from the
Right.
rest.
Right.
You know, your jokes may suck, but hey.
Right. Oh, thanks, John.
No, I'm just kidding. But
You've never even heard
I
him.
never even heard you, but I'm just saying your jokes would suck, but you got a good range.
Right.
You know.
Right. I'm working on the range. Yeah.
We've got a ton of people just talking to each other.
Oh, yeah.
But LT did say she loves your
There's
American
LT,
accent. Yes.
Jamie, Lauren.
LT was like,
I love you guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
we appreciate.
we appreciate. Yeah, appreciate is another thing. I never understood that.
Kara said hi.
What?
Kara
Oh,
Demar?
Kara.
Kara.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Kara.
Kara.
Not Kara. Kara.
Kara.
See,
Kara.
Kara like taco.
Kara.
Yeah.
Kara.
Like, and you said
Kara.
Kara,
I said Kara,
like
my-
tacos.
Kara.
You know, tacos.
Yes, would you like to have some tacos?
Yeah,
Would you like
she's
to
from
have
New
tacos?
she's from New York, and she's the fruitish.
Yeah.
That's a Texas way, you know.
Oh, she's confused by you were saying fruitish.
Yeah.
You're not in New York anymore, are you?
No, but I mean, me and Kara go back
Lauren
a
says
long
she
time.
loves you.
Yep.
We go back to when I was almost 16 years old. I've known her like 30 years.
Oh wow.
She's married to a New York City firefighter, Rich Maragni. God bless you guys for doing what you do. Huh?
Nothing.
Oh.
Okay, so what are your goals? How quickly do you see yourself being able to move? Could you just transfer yourself to an engineering job in New York?
Oh God, that is the hardest question.
Are you going to be like Jamie, where it's like I need to be headlining around here at certain places, and then I'm ready?
No, Jamie. I think Jamie did a very premature move. I think
because he's listening. Hi, Jamie.
Jamie's gonna end up selling his body on 42nd Street.
I think Jamie overrated himself and he made the wrong. No, I love Jamie. No, Jamie's great. So I've never seen anybody, to be honest. Like I've never seen anybody like Jamie.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing comedy almost the same time, like 2 years, and he's just skyrocketed. Like he's got like I don't know if you've listened to all of his stuff, but it's so good.
I've seen him.
And
a lot.
he can play to like a white audience and a black
Yes,
audience.
he
And
can,
he can do that. Like, you know, there's so few people who can do that. And he's got something special, so he's gonna make it big in New York. So I don't know, to be honest. Like when, so my thing is like, you know, first let me be like Jamie at least over here. Like,
exactly, that's
like
what I'm saying.
Just build myself over here.
Yeah.
And then get good, and then who knows? Like,
and then see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, have you gone any place out of Texas? Have you hit the border states? Like Oklahoma or Louisiana.
I have been to Arizona.
Okay. You played to an Arizona crowd.
You mean like the comedy?
Okay. Hitting
I'm
open
a stupid
mics.
guy. Like I was just I visited Arizona, Maine.
Where have you vacation?
Yeah, where have you vacation? Like, yeah, nobody's interested in that, Arun. All right, cool. I think comedy outside of this, like, so DC, and then I did the Broadway Comedy Club in New York.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
with
I
Evan.
played that.
Evan Weiss.
That's who owns it.
I don't.
Well, Evan Weiss
he
runs.
likes to drop names.
Evan Weiss runs the Broadway
Comedy
Club.
Let me pick it up for you. You dropped the name.
I did. I dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Evan Weiss.
Yeah. You did a name
Jealous?
drop, but
A little
I
jealous?
don't know that dude, John.
Because
It
that's
didn't
what.
work on any of us.
Yeah.
But
Because Jamie did the Broadway
Broadway Comedy Club.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did that as well when he went to New York.
Yeah, who cares about Jamie? This is about me.
Well, you said you wanted to be like
So
him.
you went.
yeah.
So you went to. How did New York like you?
It was part of a showcase from DC to New York. So we were
Oh,
a bunch
cool.
of like 10 comedians, and somebody put that show together.
Nice.
And it was amazing because like this is a complete New York audience, and we have no pull, no like none of the audience members are like our friends or anything like that.
Yeah.
And everybody was like on board with it, and it was an amazing show.
So did you like playing in the New York crowd?
Oh yeah. I loved it. It. And then recently, the July 4th weekend, I was there in Boston, and I got to do a mic there. But it was not a show. It's a mic, and my friend says I was the best among all the open mics, but I don't know if he says that because he's my friend or like. But I'd like to believe that my extraordinary comedic abilities were on play there.
So when you were in Boston, when you were in Boston, how many mics are in Boston? Are there a lot? Did you? Were you on vacation or were you
Well,
just like?
you know what? I think there are like a lot of mics. Like they have a good scene. Like they have a mic like almost every day.
Okay.
But I heard it's not as good as how it was like back in the day. The Boston scene. So Dallas is pretty poppin'. Like everybody talks about Dallas. Like everybody.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. And there was like another comic I met from San Antonio or Austin, and he said Dallas is where you want to be because you have like 5 comedy clubs. You have like
That's
a great
true. We have
scene
more
over
comedy
here.
clubs
Yeah.
than Austin.
Yeah. Austin's got what? 2?
Austin has got
2.
like 2 major comedy clubs, I guess.
But
I wanna go
Austin's got a lot of
create
mics, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're weird little like mics at like coffee shops and stuff.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Like it's like very indie, whatever, you know.
But yeah, I think it would be fun to just pull my money together and I'll just make a club in Austin.
Yeah.
They have enough people there.
But I've been wanting.
I wonder
to go
why
to
they only
Austin,
have 2.
man. Like I want.
wonder why they only
I
have
want to
2.
go to Austin too.
Yeah, let's go to Austin.
Let's go, and we'll
Lauren,
just-
I've been telling you, let's go to Austin. I've been telling all these guys, Lauren, Hannah, all
Yeah,
these guys. Like,
because the
let's go
industry
hang
people
out.
are there.
Yeah.
That's where Jasmine moved.
Right.
Because
Jasmine Ellis.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, she's
so good.
amazing. Yeah. I saw her.
Oh God, they're still they're now saying tacos over and over again on our Facebook feed. Okay, so
Taco Libre. Yeah.
so damn it, I had a thought or a question and then it left me. Now that we're talking about tacos again.
Austin.
Okay, so you performed in Boston, you performed in New York, but they liked
And Washington.
Mm-hmm.
you.
DC.
And well,
and then
he started in DC.
Yeah.
The East Coast, so East Coast seems to
Yeah,
like you.
yeah,
Have
yeah,
you
yeah.
gone to Oklahoma? Because
I-
there's some of us
no,
that are
no.
trekking up there.
Yeah, no. So I was supposed to be on a showcase with Jamie in Oklahoma.
Oh, and then he
And,
moved.
that was in July, but the booker canceled the thing.
Was that at the sports
yeah,
sports
yeah,
cafe?
Sports
or
City,
some, Sports
Durant,
City, yeah,
right?
something like that. Yeah.
And supposed to do that show. So I heard that's a pretty good show. Pretty.
Yeah.
What happened? To
You know,
them?
a lot of people because it's right
Is
across.
Robert Pepper still doing it? Are they still doing it?
Well, no, Robert Pepper is in Arkansas.
I
No,
think it
he
was
did the
James
Oklahoma City one,
Loward
too.
or somebody.
James.
Loward. I am not saying it right.
Robert's in
No, he did
Arkansas
the
right now. I know he
okay.
did that one, but
Mhm.
because he just posted today that he's doing like 3 more shows
Damn.
in Arkansas. So I mean,
If Robert
Arkansas.
Pepper
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah.
but I don't think there's not much out
didn't
there. I
say
think
that
there's
out
only
loud.
one. I think there's only one comedy club in Arkansas.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, that's it. You know.
We need to go.
Yeah.
You think if we
Um,
just show up, they'll be like, okay, cool, go on.
Yeah. You go on right after the stripper. You know. It's
Jamie called that guy a flaky Oklahomian. Oklahuman. Oklahuman.
Oklahoma human.
They're special.
Yeah.
Oklahumans.
Well, I hope everything's going well with Jamie. I mean, you told me you got 2 gigs, right?
Oh, yeah, John LaRocca put him on 2 different shows. He said.
Nice.
Good
Oh,
job,
right
Jamie.
now in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's got a lot of hook 'em ups.
Congratulations, Jamie.
Yeah.
Being on being from New York. Arun for Netflix
2019.
Yes,
Whoa.
amen.
That's
Your
going to be the
words
next
to God
T-shirts,
ears.
right?
Yeah.
Arun
That's
for
going to be your next
Netflix.
T-shirt.
Yeah, yes. I got
I'm
to
gonna-
make that T-shirt.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And then like each and every year I just keep striking out.
Striking out.
And then keep
2020,
1-upping that
2021, 2022.
Oh, please
And then
do
by the
that.
time I'm 50 or something, there's like a bunch of years
just goes around.
all
Oh,
throughout.
you know what? I'm just going to come out and say
and
it's
then
gonna
it shows the number of years I've just lived in this earth. Like, you know, it's,
You're like, oh, he's done so
Yeah.
well for himself. That
Yeah.
was, I like that.
yeah.
Well,
That'd be good. That'd be good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't really have any sort of life goals. It's just comedy goals.
I don't have any life goals. If there are any single women out there, just for my mom, just so that I can
Single
say that I
women
can-
for your
yeah.
mom?
Single women.
No,
it's
so
not
his
just,
mom can
To
be
appease your
happy.
mom.
Yeah. To appease my mom, John.
Yes,
Not
yes,
for my
yes.
mom. We're not that kind of family. Come on. Yes, single woman out there. That is one of my goals.
So now we
is
turn into a mad
is
radio
to-
dating site.
Is to marry a beautiful woman who's not a bot, because I get a lot of bots on Tinder, and which is why I had to uninstall Tinder. Bots seem to like me a lot. I don't know.
'Cause you know there's-
I'm going to be popping in the AI world. You know,
It's
like
because
when
they
it's like going to be all AI, it's going to be me. I'm going to
Oh.
rock the scene. You know?
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so now we know you're actively looking for a wife.
Wife. Just no dating women, like American women. This is what I wanted to say to all the American.
So you want
women.
somebody
Go
to
straight
come
to the
from.
marriage.
So you want someone to go from hello to a wedding dress.
Hello. Yes. Do you like me? Yes, I like you. Yes, I like you too. Let's
All
get
right.
married.
All right.
Boom.
So
That's it.
you know what? Screw your comedy.
Very
Let's get you
Indian.
married.
Yes.
What are you offering these females out there?
What am I offering?
Yeah. What do you
Look
have
at
to?
him.
What do you have to
I'm-
offer?
I'm not Taco Bell, John. Like, what am I offering?
What are you offering? Right.
We got our $2.99 chicken tacos this summer.
He's an engineer.
Well, you know the women out there
funny.
want to know,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They want to
What-
know.
What more do you
want
want?
us to advertise for him?
Yeah. Why not? Well, let's get them
What-
married.
Yeah, what more do you want? Like, okay, women, this is my
Okay,
pitch. This is my pitch, all right? So I'm single. I have never been married, all right? Which means no alimony or payments or anything like
No
that.
child support?
No child support. I don't have any kids, as far as I know. And what else? Like, I'm an engineer. I do comedy. I try to clean up myself today. Like, you know, I took a shower before coming over here. And and I could be the novelty in your life. Like, I could be the diversity part in your life, you know. and Netflix
like
someday, you know.
And Netflix.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So there is
are
a
you-
there's
There
there's
you
a
go.
pot of gold at the end of this rainbow
Yes.
with a Netflix
You just gotta hold on.
2019, 2020, or 2021.
Well, I mean, that's just way to, like, that's just marketing techniques to just lure them in.
See, but the woman has
Or
to
once-
support you, though.
once-
The
yeah.
woman has to support you
Well,
in your
he's a
goals.
damn
Yeah.
In your
engineer.
goals.
No,
right?
I'm an out and out feminist.
Oh.
So I totally I'm on board being a house husband and taking care of the dog or the kids, or like making food and like
Yeah, but
staying
once
at
you
home.
get all that, then the comedy
Uh,
career is going to go out. Then
No,
you
no.
know,
The bargain is that, like, when you come back home, like, I go out. Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
That's a
so we
good
have to
setup.
find a specific woman that's going to be in these needs. That
Right.
when she comes home from making money,
Yes.
you can go out to do your comedy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So all right. Are
You've
there
just
any women?
limited that field.
Are there
a
any
lot.
women out there
Are there
that are
any
willing
women,
to
please?
support him in his dream
Yeah.
for the 2019 Netflix special that he will be hosting? Just marry him and support him.
Yeah,
No.
comedy is not even my goal. I just want to make American friends and marry an American woman. That's pretty much why I came here.
You don't want to marry an Indian woman who moved here as well?
yeah. That too.
You're like, no, that would be fine.
No, a woman is fine.
Just a woman.
Just a woman.
Just a woman.
So you're not like Sib. You know, Sib has a thing for white girls, and he does a whole thing about it.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
Do you like Sib?
No, I find all girls attractive.
You like all girls.
This is 2018, and I'm very
The
PC.
rainbow is beautiful.
Like, yeah, it's like I like everybody. All right. Okay. So
don't get hostile. Don't get hostile.
This is funny.
yeah, Craigslist.
Oh, yeah,
Lauren
Lauren.
is like
Oh,
Craigslist.
Jamie's volunteered.
Jamie, I
volunteered.
don't. Jamie, but you're taken, Jamie. Like, and you've been divorced.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to.
He's been divorced.
I don't want to
You-
have like used goods. You know?
Yeah. He's been divorced, and
Yeah.
he's now in a
So
relationship.
oh
with
wait, so
Mark Mellon.
we've even narrowed the field even more. You don't want used goods.
Yeah,
So now,
I'd be out.
so now you're looking for a woman.
No,
to
Megan, you're
wait.
the exception.
Wait. So now, because you don't want
There are
used
always
goods.
exceptions. Like
So-
there are no rules in our rules.
So
like that.
I mean, are you looking
Anything
for a
can be
virgin?
amended. Huh?
Are you looking for a virgin?
Oh,
You said no
no,
used goods.
No.
You said no used goods.
No.
But he's talking about like Jamie's been
No,
divorced.
like Jamie.
Oh, you
Like
want nothing
Jamie.
with baggage or
Here's
a background.
Here's the thing, John. Like when we want to reject somebody that we don't like, we can always come up with reasons.
Amen.
All right.
So he's not attracted to Jamie. is
Yeah,
what
I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
attracted to Jamie. Is all I'm saying.
Jamie's in New York now, so I'm sure he's in like 6-inch.
just volunteered.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he's in like 6-inch stilettos,
Mhm.
walking the boulevard. He may be a different person now.
Yeah, but I don't like skinny bitches.
Jamie, you need to get some meat on your bones.
Yeah. I need.
And
some,
then
yeah.
we'll think about it.
Yeah.
And then Arun will get back with you.
Yeah.
Arun.
Listen, I'm just wondering if we're being able to broadcast in your neighborhood
India.
of India.
Yeah. We
And
actually
your
are
parents are probably like,
international.
get those plane tickets now. We're going to go save him from those American
Oh yeah.
people.
If they listen to any of this, they're gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing there? Aren't you supposed to be like working and being
Yeah,
a nice
studying.
person?"
Yeah, studying.
And
So they
it's,
do they know you do comedy?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But I don't think my mom.
They're not
likes
proud of it. They're probably not proud of
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
They're not
she's-
telling people?
She's like, I don't understand. And she was, here's the kicker. She asked me, you say that F word a lot. Why do you have to say that? Like, and it's not even funny. But mom, you hear those people laugh, right? Like they enjoy it. Yeah. I don't understand this whole American.
Do you have
thing.
brothers and sisters? Any
I
brothers?
have an older brother, and he's in London.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So everybody left your parents.
Everybody left all of us. Everybody left everybody, basically. Yeah.
So you have a brother, no sisters?
No sisters.
No sisters.
You need to read. Okay, so Jamie came back. He's upset that you've said no.
He's upset. Okay, we'll make it up.
Lauren says she thinks Jamie looks good in heels. Lauren is Jamie's girlfriend and also will be a guest on our show soon.
Yes.
And then Jamie just said, "Thanks, baby," to her.
Wow,
They're having
wow.
more fun on our Facebook feed.
Yeah, I don't know what's this whole thing has turned into a whole girlfriend boyfriend thing. Like this is what happens, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Because
people
you're single.
bond over my show
Yeah,
and
there you
people
go.
bond over
You
like,
bring people together.
I bring people together.
You-
That's what I do.
see,
Megan.
that- see.
Yeah.
He's a matchmaker just
I'm
by
a
being
match-
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just my vibe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
You-
not for himself.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
just
Well,
not
you
for
know what?
myself.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice. You got to
Mhm.
sacrifice yourself for the good of other people.
Oh, yeah,
And that's
yeah.
nice of what you're doing. You're making a difference.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why you're on the show. You're making a difference.
Oh, I
You're
didn't know.
making
Oh,
connections
yeah,
for
yes,
all these
yes,
people.
Yes, that's who I am. I just realized that.
You now
Thanks,
have,
John.
He now knows what his life
I
is.
just know
Yeah.
my purpose in life. You guys are asking about the goals. These are my goals. This is what I do.
I want to make everyone fall in love.
Yeah.
Surround him. It's good. It's good stuff.
So,
Okay.
what is your favorite club so far that you've worked here in Dallas? What do you feel more comfortable?
Oh, are you trying to get me fired
Yeah, hell
from
yeah.
the other clubs?
No. What
Once I
what
say
room
that.
do you like doing?
I know
what,
which one I
What
like.
room do you like?
What room do I like?
Because everybody's got a favorite kind of,
I think, all these rooms are great. Like, it's-
politically correct answer.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, all these,
Right.
all these
Just-
rooms
just
are
say-
great.
just
I
say-
just started
just say
opening at
that- yeah,
Hyenas,
just
not
say-
trying to piss
yeah.
anybody off.
Yeah, I loved. So I did Hyenas. I did a guest spot at Hyenas Fort Worth,
Right.
and it was an amazing room because it was like low ceiling. And
Nobody
That's
from
how
Hyenas.
Addison
Yeah,
is.
nobody from
yeah,
Hyenas.
that's how
Addison.
Addison is, and I
I
want to play at
love
Addison,
Addison.
someday. You know, that
Aw.
I hope that happens someday.
I
So
assume you
that's-
would
yeah,
because
Yeah.
Sean wants more
Yeah.
diversity.
yeah.
So, I
So
mean,
look, we both
Hopefully for
we
my
both
comedy
hit
and
the
not for the
diversity.
diversity, you know.
what? Well, no
Yeah.
one from Hyenas is listening, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry
That's true.
about that.
Yeah.
That's true. No one from Hyenas would be listening to us.
No.
But
I
They don't
love to
even
play
answer.
at the improv, but I love you, Hyenas.
exactly.
Yeah.
Arlington's got a good vibe. It's a smaller room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Arlington. Have you ever done Backdoor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so-
yeah. Well, the Backdoor was one of the first rooms that I did, and they said straight away that like, hey, no swear words,
Right,
no
right,
toilet
right.
humor.
Did they
And
not
I was
tell
like,
you before
shoot,
you got
I don't
on?
have anything now. Like, you know.
Did you find it hard? I mean,
He said
and
she
you
said no dark humor.
No.
I
Curse.
know
No
you
curse
can't
words.
curse.
Yeah.
But
Like dark humor, like.
yeah, all my stuff is dark.
Oh yeah, I think dark is fine. Dark is fine.
You just can't do like probably sexual
Yeah,
Too much.
no
You can't-
sexual
no
innuendos,
or
no toilet humor, no bad words, no F word, C word, none of that. You know. And I was like, shoot, I don't have any material now. You know,
She says no cursing, and
Do you
it's like,
curse?
I gotta go.
Do you curse a lot? Do you have clean sets? Do you
I,
have a mixed
yeah,
set?
yeah, I can make the same set clean, and I can also make it like with the curse words.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, in I think my natural environment, I just say the curse words.
words.
Like,
Have you studied with like anybody around here? Have you taken any classes around here?
with any of these comics?
No. Like the classes that are like, there's a class at DCH, there's a class at Stomping Ground, there's this class.
Oh,
at
the
Emo.
comedy classes.
Yeah. Have you
No,
taken
no, I haven't done any of that.
Ever.
But I know. So that's something like everybody, like I've talked to a lot of folks, and then they've been telling me about a bunch of these classes.
Dean Lewis.
Dean
is
Lewis's
great.
class, and then, you know, like DCH and stuff like that. So it's like, but it's, but also part of me is.
Dean Lewis teach you good writing skills.
Right. So, but also part of me is yeah. So more of, I think I'm just learning it by myself.
Yeah.
And
Mana, there's a ton of people who have never taken it and
yeah,
are doing really well.
Yeah, I see guys like Mana and Wes and all those guys, like they're
Never taken one. Yeah.
Right.
they inspire me. So it's like I want to be that. Like, you know, I want to develop my own style.
There you go.
And I know it's going to take a lot of time before I get to anything, but it's going to be me. Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
100%
I'm taking Dean's class this next one because you've seen me and
Yeah.
I've taken that class before. That wasn't great.
Yeah.
Wasn't helpful. But Dean actually came in here. I've heard so many good things about him, and
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be good to
Yeah,
learn.
Yeah, I've
other-
heard so many great things about Dean as well.
You get a different perspective,
Right.
and I heard his writing technique.
Yeah.
Is real well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took
you know.
his one-day workshop, which is geared towards the
People
late
who are already
night shows.
doing it. Yeah. Oh,
The late
nice.
night show writing.
Okay.
It's just pure comedy writing.
Oh, I like that.
So I liked that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
he gave a lot of tips.
Yeah, he's
a
very
lot of
practical.
useful,
Yeah.
techniques. I
Yeah.
wanna say.
Yeah.
And they were super awesome. But yeah, I haven't gone back to that, and I haven't really written stuff.
There's
in
another one starting on Saturday if you want to join
right.
me.
Right.
It's only $450.
Yeah, I have been thinking about that.
Just chump change.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For an engineer.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so we need to wrap up. You tell
Yes.
us all your social media and how everybody can follow you and all that good stuff.
Okay, cool. You can search. So my name is Arun. Once again, ARUN.
There you go.
That it spells like a run. All right. And
The animation.
He's
and
getting very white when he's explaining this.
yeah, and because I've said this like 1,000 times in my life, like, you know.
Oh, I'm
so it's
sure,
like,
I'm
I'm gonna
sure.
say it more. I know. So yeah.
Okay,
and,
keep going.
And so you can find me on Facebook. You can just search for A Run for My Life, and if you search that, you'll find a dude in a red T-shirt holding a mic, whose name is Arun, ARUN, or A-Run, however you want to say it, space R. That is me. And you can send me a friend request. A lot of bots are sending me friend requests, so don't feel shy. Please send me friend requests. And
Because you're friends with all the bots too.
I'm friends with all.
Are you on Twitter?
I don't
Are you
discriminate.
on Twitter, Instagram?
And on Twitter and Instagram, it's the same handle. It's at A Run for My Life.
That's a good handle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Good job.
my name is Arun for my life, and
Yeah.
I'm also
A run for my life.
A run for my life. Yeah.
Arun.
So
Got it.
that's those are all my social media plugs.
And where could people see you next?
I have a showcase coming up. I'm doing like bar showcases right now. So I have a showcase coming up at Tubbs Brewery on Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
Okay.
And then there's a showcase at Midway Craft House in Denton this Friday.
Oh, nice.
And then there's another showcase next weekend. I forget where, but it's a place in Pantego. It's called New Brewing.
Okay.
New Brewing Company. It's a place in Pantego, and it's put up by the great Brian Breckenridge.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
good
I think I
showcase
saw.
to
I think I saw that
You need
on
to get him on here.
on social media.
on social media.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I saw that on Brian's Facebook.
Right.
New Brewing.
So I'm on all these showcases right now. It's
Those are funny.
bar showcases, but it's like and I do a ton of mics around the area. I do anywhere between 7 to 10 mics a week.
Jeez.
So Yeah.
So that's what it's like not having kids.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I
We
appreciate
it.
it,
Thank you
man.
so much. I had
And
a lot
best
of
of luck
fun.
with your career, man. I think it's going to blow up. I think
Thank
it's going to
you,
blow up.
thank
You're going to walk right over Jamie Gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in the next 6 months, people are going to be like, Jamie who?
Yeah.
Jamie
What
who?
was that? What's
Yeah.
going on? Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right.
Thanks,
Got me
John.
some angels watching over me.
What is that?
I don't know. That was beautiful.
I don't know.
All right.
All right. Don't forget to join us next week as we welcome the winner of Heart of the City contest, Kalena Spiller. She is back from recording her episode with all the scoops on Kevin Hart, what he was like in person, and what is next for this amazing woman. It's going to be a great Making a Difference Wednesday, so join us starting at 5 o'clock. This week at the Addison Improv, be sure to catch. I hate when you put names that I don't even know who they are.
That's who they are.
All right.
That's who
At the
knows.
Addison
It's
Improv, be
Namur.
sure to catch Namar and Raj Sharma. You probably,
Sharma.
are they related?
Raj Sharma.
As they takes the stage this weekend at the Addison Improv in Arlington. TK Kirkland, nice and easy name. I remember that one. Visit Improv Arlington or Improv Addison for showtimes and tickets. Thinking about getting into stand-up comedy or just need to sharpen those stage or writing skills to improve your set? Then check out Dean Lewis Comedy. Dean offers classes and workshops for every level of comedy, training to help you succeed in your comedy career. Register now for the August 18th class. I hope it's still open.
Literally has a couple of seats.
Seats
That's
got
it.
some. All right. Like I said, class sizes are limited, so be sure to register early. Visit Dean Lewis at deanlewiscomedy.com for more details.
Be sure to catch me in the sketch review 3 Fridays in September at Stomping Ground, my new favorite theater. Details will be posted on Facebook, and I'll remind you guys when it comes to a closer date. Also, please check out the amazing play that Ashley Roundtree directed this weekend called A Proper Man at the Pegasus Theater in Dallas. She's my good friend, so I'm giving her
Awesome.
great love.
Good. That's awesome.
Looking to advertise your business or upcoming event? Mad Radio reaches every city, state, and country. Why stay local when you can go global? Advertise with Mad Radio Show and be heard around the world. We are now offering very affordable advertising rates that will fit into every budget. Send us
Especially
an
in
email.
India.
Send us an email at makingadifferencetx@gmail.com for more information on advertising packages. If you missed a show, don't sweat it. Be sure to log on to fbrn.us, Mad Radio page, and you can listen to all of our past podcasts. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Oh, yeah, and if you really love us, feel free to tell us we're doing a good job by maybe some financial love, guys.
There you go.
Because we are self-funded. Please log on to our Patreon page, and you can donate as little as $1 a month, and trust me, it will go far. We love you guys. So until then, don't
be a schnozberry.
That was so white. It was the whitest of the
Hey
white. that I
everyone,
just did.
this is Nolly Beth Milligan. Catch my show, the DYAFM radio program, every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. On my show, you will hear biblical subjects applied to life's principles. Every
Sorry, I
Saturday
can't do
from
those.
5 to 7 p.m. Jump in.